Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? And yeah, we're live. Tells me here we're live. So let me know how the audio is, how the video is. Speaking of video, I have to test the cameras because I've been having some USB issues lately. Hello. And I don't think we'll be needing it, but we got microscope camera right here. All right. We're live. Sounds good. All right. Sad Mac, GT, Justin, Thomas Armstrong, and Bruce, who was definitely first. So welcome. Today you are gonna go watch me butcher a BlueSCSI. So let's dive right in. And Trina, a while ago, sent me some videos that apparently explain how to use multiple cameras on whatever I'm using. But I haven't checked them out yet. So no picture-in-picture or any of that fancy stuff. We're just going to go with a single camera for now. And here we are. I got a package today from Mr. Tom Barber containing 2 BlueSCSIs. Now it's a little confusing because not 2 days ago, hey Garth, how are you doing? I watched someone else put together a purple SCSI. It wasn't blue. It's called a BlueSCSI, but it was purple. This one is blue, but it comes with a green sled. So yeah, a little confusing when it comes to the naming scheme of things. You got all different kinds of colors going on here. But I've asked for some assistance to make sense of these things. And I don't know. Bruce, what do you say? You wanna explain to me the bizarre naming scheme of this stuff?
I'll do my best.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, and this is the first thing. The live chat, the first thing that was said was Thomas Armstrong, BlueSCSI. And now I see Justin saying BlueSCSI. I checked. It's one word. BlueSCSI.
It is
BlueSCSI.
It is one word. You are correct.
I'm not going crazy. It's BlueSCSI. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, GT. Hello.
Are you awake yet?
Oh, yeah. I'm well and truly awake. I've gone out for my walk and I've had brekkie and I'm feeling 100%.
100%, mate? All right.
100%, mate. So now I must confess, and I blame you for this, not me. I missed the beginning of the stream because it did say 11:30 and it's still not 11:30.
Well, this is technicalities, but this is still the beginning of the stream, technically.
Yes, technically, yes. I'm fine with that. So, can you tell me what are some of the issues you have at this stage with, you mentioned something there about green or blue or whatever the case may be?
The PCB is blue, and I'm going to take one out of the package. And this, like I said, this came from Tom Barber, who is in the chat.
Hello,
to
Tom.
make sure I don't royally screw everything up. So here, we got the parts, right?
Yep.
I'll pull this out. So you got the PCB, which is blue.
Yep.
Right? Makes sense. Then you got this thing, which is called a blue pill, I believe.
That is correct.
Blue. Cool. A tray, which is green. Very odd. Very odd. And
Yes,
2
we'll
days
have to-
ago, I saw, I believe it was Logan, he was putting together a purple SCSI. So what's going on with all these colors is what I'm wondering.
Well, I can tell you a couple of things about that. So first of all, this is something that people can actually make themselves. They can go onto the BlueSCSI project page. They can download the Gerber files, go and get the PCs made themselves, go in and program the blue pill. They can do all of this sort of stuff themselves. But then there are also some approved resellers. So you can't get these things made up and then start making them yourself and then reselling them. That's actually against the terms of the license. You can make them for yourself for your own use, but if you want to sell them, you've actually got to become a reseller, which is the case with Tom and the case with me as well here in Australia. Now, when you become a reseller, one of the things that you need to do is you need to kind of follow the guidelines. And one of the guidelines is that if you get these PCBs printed up, do them in blue as part of the marketing thing. BlueSCSI, blue PCB, that all makes perfect sense.
Right.
When it comes to the green case, interestingly enough, when I sell them, I actually give people a choice of colors for the tray. I give them a choice of either black, white, gray, yellow, red, or blue. And
fancy.
interestingly enough, the most popular color is white. Most people order a white one, so they're not particularly interested in sort of flowery colors and everything. But as we have seen from Tom, the reason why you have a green one is because he ran out of blue filament. So
yeah, so not only did I not get a purple one for free, which is apparently the norm, he just hands these things out 5 times a week for free. He was too lazy to go to the store and get some blue filament. I feel I got completely ripped off here, but we're going to build it anyway.
Well, you know what it is? He said, you know what? It's going to Jay. It's going to House of Moth. This'll do. What does he know about Beige?
Absolutely nothing.
He'd be like, you know, I mean, come on. I mean, he won't even know. So, anyhow.
That is true. Most likely. Now, I believe that while I will be struggling putting this together, keeping everything in place, putting solder on the other side, stuff's going to fall out, stuff's going to go in the wrong place, it's going to go crooked. You have a very handy thingy for this, don't you?
I do. And if your 3D printer wasn't like in a basement somewhere, you could have actually printed this for yourself and made your own life a lot easier. The thing's here somewhere, for goodness sake. I can't bloody find it. It's on my desk here.
48 more subscribers to go. Ooh.
Here's one. So this is a BlueSCSI jig, which I designed when I started having to build these in quantity. And basically the way it works is you put the components into the board and then you slide this on top. It pushes all those components into position and holds them steady, flip the thing over, and then you just solder all the pins. It's, you know, I mean, you still have to solder all the pins. It's not going to do that for you, but it does definitely make the assembly a lot quicker.
I don't know if that's cheating or really clever or both. But.
Well, I guess what it really comes down to is, put it this way. I did a, what do you call it, sort of soldering shootout with Steve one day where he was building a BlueSCSI and I was building
I remember.
I
was there.
Yeah. Now, me using that jig under those circumstances, that is definitely cheating. There's no two ways about it. That is cheating completely and totally. However, when it just comes to the day-to-day assembly, I think it's just speeding up the process, in particular when, you know, you're wanting to try and get as many of these out as you can, as quickly as you can. So, yeah, not cheating under those circumstances.
So I was still opening the package. Now, I opened this up before. There, in each of these packages is a little BlueSCSI sticker, but I failed to put it back in. But the paperwork here does have a few BlueSCSI stickers in it. Look at that.
Pretty.
That's kind of cute. It's kind of cute.
It
And now
is
I feel
pretty.
I have a wall behind me where I put stickers. So I have one from Rodkay Mods. I got one from Sean. I got pins from Steve. And now I feel I should put this on there as well. The thing is, that'll be something beige related on my wall permanently. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. So,
Well,
I don't
you
know.
know what? You know what you can do. This is the way I see it. It marks a time in your life. You'll be able to look at that sticker and you'll be able to say, "Remember when I had all those beige Macs and I fixed them up and sold them for a huge amount of money and made everything in the world lovely." And you'll be able to look at that
Everything in the
sticker.
world, no less. All right.
Yeah. Set your sights high, Jay. Set your sights real high.
All right. So we got a little note here. Thank you for your purchase. For assembly instructions, go to blah. Usage, place a hard drive image that Bruce hasn't sent you yet on an exFAT or FAT32 SD card. Okay. All right. We'll get to that after the build. For the
Yes, I
most
will, of course,
up-to-date
send you additional.
instructions.
I meant to do it this morning, but just got a little bit tied up with things. So sorry about that.
And check this out. Now, I'm pretty sure this is what everybody gets, but
The dot matrix one? Yeah.
written in ClarisWorks 3 on an SE30, printed on an Image Writer 2. Steve has some competition.
Yep, indeed.
Yep.
When I sell them, I don't do that because I don't have an image writer, and there is no way I'm lugging one of those noisy old things into my house. But I did do all of the layout and design in Clark Express 3 on a Quadra 660 AV, and I did maintain the Chicago bitmap font to make it all look nice and vintagey.
All right. Oh, well, Steve has something to say about it. I figured Steve would be drunk under a bridge right now with Mike, but here he is.
Yeah, I'm very surprised to see Steve here. I thought he would be out there, celebrating. Because for those who don't know, Steve is out at VCF East at the moment.
Yep. Wait, VCF East was the last one, wasn't it?
No, that was VCF Midwest.
Oh, okay. See. So, let's see. You need many image writers, not just one. So, by the way, this is not going to be a how-to video because I'm wildly not qualified at all for that. This is just going to be me chilling out, putting one of these together, and hope I don't F it up. So
I might give you a few tips here and there, Jay.
yeah, you might. Probably not, though, right?
Probably not. I'll just point and laugh.
That's the whole reason you're here. I knew it. So I am gonna, since I have never put one of these together before, I am gonna do as the paperwork suggested and pull up the tutorial or the instructions, which I can find on SCSI.blue.
Blue.
All right.
Am I blue? Start with the diodes. Start with the 2 diodes. That's what I can recommend.
All right. Receive the BlueSCSI. Start here. Fine. Full assembly. Oh, fully assembled. A kit or a kit. I got the kit. Assembled.
My bits and pieces here. All of my BlueSCSI bits and pieces.
What are you building? Are you building anything?
I'm going to build a BlueSCSI with you, sir.
Oh, great. You gotta make me look like a total jackass.
No, because the camera will be on you, so people won't be able to see whether I'm doing mine quickly or slowly or whatever. They won't know. For all they know, it's taken forever. Actually, you know what you should put on first? Because I forgot about this. You should put on the flash card socket. See, I've pre-soldered these, so I've got a whole stack of boards that already have that on there. Is that already got it on there?
I was cheap. It was $10 cheaper to get it without the SD card soldered on.
Enough.
Since I'm all about cheap.
Exactly.
All right. Now I know my Tom is going to build one too. You want to join the call, Tom? You can both make me look like an ass. Man, these things are tiny.
Yeah.
And just so everybody can see, let me switch this over.
How much are these kits all pre-made? I'll let Tom answer that. That is, of course, Tom is going to provide prices in the US money. If I was to provide prices, I'd be giving them in Australian money.
Look how tiny that is. That is ridiculous. I've never worked with tiny stuff before in my life. It's gonna be a disaster.
Oh, yes.
All right. It looks like some of these pads are kind of pre-tinned already.
Yeah, you won't need much solder. The interesting thing is, one of the reasons why I do actually stick these on for customers is because it's so easy for me.
Show
And
off.
no, but I mean, it's easy for you as well. I mean, you've got a microscope, you've got that. I mean, if you had 10 of these to do and you got into the swing of it, you'd be able to plonk one of these on in a matter of seconds and then just move on to the next one. And I just, figure that for some people doing this sort of soldering, it's a real struggle. I mean, it can be very difficult for them. So I just think it's, it's just a nice thing to do, to just take that hassle away. And then all they're left with is all the nice, easy soldering.
So I'm pretty sure I should probably change my tip to something less ginormous. So
Yeah, maybe.
Now I'm gonna stick with the what do you
Grab
call
a
it?
conical.
No. Stick with the theme, and I am gonna use a bevel tip. I'm not gonna pull out the micro soldering iron. I'm gonna use this one. That should be all right.
Perfect. That's about the size I use. I think it probably is the size I use. Is that the one where you don't know what size it is because it's the labels come off or something?
What labels were?
The label on the soldering iron tip.
Oh no, it's here somewhere. This is a T12 BC2.
Yeah, that's my favorite tip.
That's what. No, nothing. Never mind.
Shush.
Not gonna say. No,
Yeah, not on your own live stream. You only make those sorts of comments on other people's live streams.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start with the SD thingamajig, and it looks like, man, I might actually be better off with the micro soldering iron, but we're gonna stick with this one.
So there is sort of 6 points to solder around the outside, and then all the pins. Yeah. I would fluxerize that if I was you, but you don't need my advice. You know how to solder.
Hey, Mike. Mike is here too. Why aren't these dudes out partying? What the hell's going on? I thought they were nerding it up this weekend.
Yes, I imagine, a great big, geekathon out there.
Right?
For this, people all standing around comparing Macs stories.
Mac size. All right. Now, I am a little bit obsessive about getting stuff on as straight as possible. I know it's very, very counterproductive, but that's just me. All right. Now, once I get this together, and assuming that I'm not going to screw it up, what kind of performance can I expect from these things?
You're going to get performance. Well, if you're familiar with other different types of a SCSI emulator, you're going to get performance comparable, if not a little bit quicker than a SCSI 2SD version 5.0, version 5.2, version 5.1, around about that. You will definitely see a significant increase in things like random reads and writes, because obviously it's a solid state media, which means it doesn't have seek times for the heads to be jumping around. In
Right.
terms of sequential reads and writes, an old hard drive is probably going to get you slightly better performance
Wait,
in
what?
large sequential reads and writes.
What?
Yeah, it's
I
interesting,
plan
isn't
to download torrents on this thing. What the hell?
it? One thing we do, of course, have to remember is at the end of the day, SD cards are not SSDs. They're not really designed to be used as hard drives. But for something like this, where we're talking about such old technology, and if you're dealing with SCSI, you know you're going to be dealing with old technology because SCSI hasn't been around for a while. So, you will, put it this way: you are going to get very quick boot times. You are going to get very good performance for those sorts of Macs. I mean, put it this way: you're looking at connecting this up to Mac 2s and 2Xs. This will fly in comparison to any sort of period type hard drive. I mean, think of those great Bigfoot clunky hard drives you've got.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that because I have not been allowed to touch any of the hard drives.
Because Steve gets upset.
Steve gets very upset. Wait, there's nothing there. I got boot flux here. I'm almost out of solder. I'm almost out of flux, and I'm completely almost out of wick. If you want to go through your supplies like there's no tomorrow, work on beige boards, people.
Yeah, indeed. Beautiful soldering there, Jay. Beautiful.
Well, thank you. I'm under a lot of pressure. I mean, you're here. Tom is watching. I mean, the hell? Hey, now for these pins.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Now, a guy I know would drag solder this, but not me.
No, I don't drag solder those, believe it or not. I'm just always worried about dragging those pins away. What I tend to do when I'm soldering these is I just have the solder in the left hand, the iron in the right hand, and I just go in and just put a tiny little blob on each one as I go. Nice and neat and tidy. Yep, bang, look at that. Too easy. With that flux there, it just makes that solder do exactly what you want it to do. It just, naturally, just the surface tension of the solder just makes it form into a lovely, neat little blob. And one thing you need to be careful of with these, be mindful of, is if you get any solder around, it's hard to describe the location, where the BL are from the words BlueSCSI there on the left hand side at the front.
That corner?
That corner there. If you happen to get, you've done it perfectly there, you soldered on the outside, but if you happen to solder the edge of that SD card slot around on the inside, you get a little blob of solder in there, and then you can't fit the card in.
Yeah, that would suck. I can see how that would make one's life miserable. All right.
Beautiful. Yep. I don't think you're going to have any problems with that. I think you just go to work.
All right. Now, this was the same guy that told me 5 minutes ago, do the diodes first. Then went completely against the BlueSCSI guide and told me to do this first. So, Tom, please, not my fault. All right.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I'm sure you'll cope.
Yeah. Now I wanna clean this, but I also don't want to dirty up the slot too much for testing.
Mm-hmm.
I will be tossing this in the ultrasonic when it's all done, but not tonight.
Yep, fair enough.
Tonight I just want to load up macOS 9 on a 2X and play Unreal Tournament.
The truth is that that is really the only part that needs flux on this thing anyway. All of the other stuff is through hole, which means you can just use the flux in your solder. So you don't need to smother the thing in flux or anything like that.
I need to do more?
You won't need any more flux. Yes, you do need to do more. Yeah.
Damn it. All right, so now I'm going to follow the guide.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh no, damn. I was totally ragging on you, Bruce, but you're right. It's a step 1, solder on the surface mount SD card holder. All right. Ensure the SD card fits. Oh, come on. I don't even have one. Hold on.
You're going to struggle if you don't have an SD card. You won't be able to get this thing to work very well.
I thought it was Bluetooth, man. All right. Let's see. Is this the wrong way around? Hold on. Can't do this through a microscope.
You need the shiny gold bits facing down.
Here we go.
Yay!
It fits. Doesn't mean it'll work, but it fits.
Yeah, it'll work.
I always clip my nails on the wrong damn day. Always. This afternoon, I'm like, BlueSCSI's not going to be here till Saturday. Or what did it say? Tuesday, I think. So I'm sitting there clipping my nails, and then the status updates, like, out for delivery. Like, damn it! All right. Solder the DUITs. DUITs. Okay. I'm going to solder the DUITs.
Now, the interesting thing about the diodes is they go on the underside of the board. So they go on the other side to the slot thingy that you've got there. And pretty much everything else is happening on the other side of the board. But the diodes are under there. Yes,
They couldn't just make it easy, huh?
No.
All right. Got two DUITs.
I mean, the truth is, this would probably work better with a couple little surface mount diodes, but you know, this is a kit that has been made so that people with minimal soldering experience can go and put this thing together. So that's why we're using through hole for everything, and for that there's a price that you pay for that with the big these great big diodes sitting on there.
Right. And Tom, it's not your typo. This is Eric's typo, I imagine. Eric, that's the name of the guy that made this, right? Eric?
Yep, Eric Helgeson. Yep, he's jumped in on the chat of some of my streams and MacYak a few times and that. So yeah,
he was a MacYak.
I don't know he actually came on the show, but he was certainly in the chat because we did a show where we featured the BlueSCSI, and he was in the chat for that in case we had any curly questions that came up.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So I'm just off camera bending these leads.
Yep. So it's a tight fit with those diodes, as I'm sure you're discovering now. That when you really got to bend those leads down pretty hard to get them to fit through the spacing of the holes on that. But they do go.
Here we go.
Beautiful.
So let me solder this one first so the leads are out of the way.
Okay. Now we're now at the point where I'm playing along at home.
Bruce is generously giving me a head start of 45 minutes. Oh, wait. He said I don't need flux, so I will refuse to use flux for the rest of the way.
Oh, my soldering iron went to sleep. There we go.
All right. Is that flush? That's pretty flush. I like it. I am now miles ahead of Bruce.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we now have the diodes on.
One of them.
Oh, sorry. I now have the diodes on.
I'm trying to face these with the same markings up because I'm anal like that.
Yep, fair enough.
The fact that you're so understanding means you are too.
Yeah, mind you, I didn't do that.
I'm bad, but not that bad.
I would definitely do it with capacitors, but yeah, I just got lazy with the diodes. No one will mind. No one will know.
Right. Now, once this is all put together, I have an image to put on, and everything is right in the world.
How do I order some more of these PCBs?
What?
I'm glad I ordered some more of these PCBs. I'm down to my last 2.
Oh. Well, you sell like 50 a day. How do you not have inventory?
Well, I don't sell 50 a day. The Australian market is not quite the same as the US market. Sorry, you were asking a question and I talked over top of you, and for that I apologize.
Yeah, you did, and I completely lost my train of thought.
Cool.
Oh, right. This is all put together. Image on the SD card. Great. Everything is fine. Everything is fun. How does that work? Can I option boot and pick one of 50 images, whatever I want to run, or how does that go?
No, what you end up actually doing with this is you end up creating you emulate a SCSI hard drive. So
Right.
this here, so the reason why I want to just quickly make quick mention of a device like the floppy emu or emu, however you want to pronounce it. And it's one that has a little LCD screen. You can put a whole bunch of images on it. You can go and select an image, and that'll be the one that gets loaded up. It's all very nice, all great. This one is slightly different in that, as far as the computer is concerned, it's just seeing a hard drive. The way we define, sort of the details of the hard drive are with its file name convention. Right. So if we set it up with, we can set it up with the file name to tell it to be SCSI ID 0 or SCSI ID 1 or SCSI ID 2 or whatever the case is. And then it's just up to the Mac to boot in its normal boot ordering sequence. So a Mac will typically try the floppy drive first, then it will try SCSI ID 0, and then it will keep climbing up the IDs until it actually finds a device there. Gotcha. If you hold down Shift Option Command Delete on the Mac, it will start looking for SCSI IDs, high SCSI IDs. So it'll look for like a 6 or a 5 or whatever. So Shift Option Command Delete will allow you to boot like an external device. So these don't give you any special tools for, they don't give you like a boot screen or anything like that. Mm-hmm. You have to do all of the, you do all of the configuration just with the file naming convention, and then the Mac just does its normal boot order.
Okay. Interesting. I learned something beige.
And you are growing as a person because of it.
Oh, yes. I'm so happy. Let's see. The blue pill needs to go on here, and the USB needs to point towards the SD card.
That is correct.
So,
now, what are the instructions they're saying to do next? Because I use a jig, so I just put them all together at the one time.
It's already done, but it says solder the header pins onto the blue pill. They're already on.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah, look at that. And he ran out of. Wait, are they? No, they're not soldered. They're loose. Yeah, they just
okay.
Stuck in
there. Yeah,
man.
So I would be inclined to solder them. This is how I do it anyway. Solder them onto the baseboard first. Solder them on the BlueSCSI, and then solder that onto the top. That's how I do it. But if the instructions say to do it another way, do it another way. I've got no issue with that.
And why would you do it that way?
It's just because.
Valid reason. I like it.
Yeah. I remember many years ago, there was this guy that I used to work with, and he was teaching someone a repetitive process. He was a really old guy, not particularly computer savvy. And he was teaching someone this process, and as he was going through it, he said, okay, and at this point, it's going to say press any key. So you press the M key, and the guy's like, why, when it says any key, why do you press the M key? And he said, oh, because that's where my finger is. So,
Oh, God. Eric is here.
Uh-oh.
What is going on? I will tell you what is going on. I got all the wrong colors. I got all the wrong components. I don't know what I'm doing. And I found a typo on your website. How do you like that?
Dear.
All right, so I'm going to solder these on first. And if I go crooked, then the blue pill doesn't fit anymore. And then I get the yellow Bruce.
It's pretty hard to make them go crooked. There's not a lot of room for them to move in there.
That's what... No, man.
Stop it.
You leave the door wide open, Bruce.
I know, I do, don't I?
All right, so I'm going to level this thing out with some black sticks. And try to put this in frame like so. And then we're going to solder. How you doing, Eric? I can't spell. Me neither. Me neither. All right, one pin down. Let me level this out. There we go. That should be pretty reasonably straight. Yeah, that's pretty damn straight. So proud of myself.
Doing a great job.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Ah. Are you using your jig?
Maybe.
You are. I thought we had established that is cheating.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. I tacked a few pins. Seems to be pretty straight. Let's do the rest.
Holy crap! What did I just do?
I don't know. Did you mess up?
I pressed something. No, I pressed something on the keyboard. Now I'm staring at the desktop.
Ah. Oh.
Hello. Hello. There it is. Found it. Tom's not using a jig.
Oh, okay. But he has one.
Yeah.
That's how I interpret it.
Yes.
Well, he sells them. I mean, it would be silly not to have a jig.
That's right.
You want to save time.
I shared it with, you see, this is the thing. When I made the jig, when I designed the jig, I shared it with other sellers because I'm a kind person.
You are not a kind person.
Well, yeah, but we can pretend that I'm a kind person.
Yes, definitely. All right. I know my camera is a little out of focus, but as Bruce will tell you, this is as good as it's ever been. So we'll stick with it.
But doesn't the beige stuff look good on them under the microscope, eh, Jay?
Better than the Intel stuff.
The green and that, as opposed to the black boards of the Macs you're used to working on.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what would happen if I get one of those Kai boards that are all black with gold contacts. It would probably light up like a Christmas tree.
Yes, I definitely noticed a difference when I was using them because, of course, I used one of those when I was doing the classic project.
All right, now I need to clip all these off, right?
You do.
All right.
I mean, you don't have to. Steve didn't. I think from memory, he left them long.
Yeah, but Steve put on stuff backwards. So.
Yeah, this is true. I definitely clip them because I don't like them long like that.
No. Ooh. All right. There's room in the bottom of the case to fit them. So it's optional. Get on there. What are you doing? Oh my God, I need flux. Bruce lied.
Yep.
All right, let's see if it's level. It is not. Absolutely not. Saved it.
Ta-da.
All right. I definitely see the benefits of a jig just to keep it from wobbling all over the desk.
That's right. And it's really, in particular, it's very noticeable when you get to the little orange things, the resistor nets. They it's quite difficult to get them to all look nice and straight and aligned and everything like that. And that was one of the main one of the main parts that used to really bother me when I was building it, because I just couldn't stand it if they weren't straight, because I'm anal like that. And so yeah, the jig was really about making it so that I could get them straight each time.
All right, quick inspection, looking decent.
Typo fixed.
Typo fixed merged. I'm gonna fact check that right now.
Refresh.
Refresh. Where was it?
It was diode, wasn't it?
Solder the diodes. Look at that. A man of action right there.
Yeah.
He just kicked his wife and cat off the couch, got up, and fixed it. No questions asked. All right, halfway there.
Yay.
Now on a computer like the 2X and those pizza things that I'm working with,
yep.
There's no easy way to just pop a new SIM card in there, or SD card in there, and change the OS. So is there a way to make this external, or at least the SD part of it?
Yeah, look, I mean, theoretically you could actually, with an adapter, connect this up to an external port. You could put one of these in an external drive case if you wanted to. What you can also do, what some people have done, is there are SD card extenders that you can buy on eBay. If you just jump on eBay and search for like SD card or micro SD card extender.
Right. I heard talk about that for the 3D printer as well.
Yeah. Then you just sort of plug them in, and then you just hang one of them out the floppy drive, something like that, and then you can just sort of swap the SD cards out that way. Right. But another thing you need to remember, of course, when you format this as exFAT, you might have a gigantic SD card. You might have a 32 or whatever, but let's say even just a 16 gig. I mean, 16 gig. I mean, seriously, when we're talking about a computer that originally came out with like a 40 megabyte hard drive, when we start talking about a 16 gig SD, I mean, this is at a time when, like, if you're on the system 6 to 7.1 or whatever, you've got a limit of 2 gigabyte partitions anyway. But it doesn't even know what to do with anything bigger than that. So what you can do is you can just go in and create multiple drives on there, one for system 7.1, one for system 7.5, one for system 6, whatever the case may be. Right. And then you can just sort of boot up and then just sort of start from a different one.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, Eric is off, so thank you for popping in, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
I'm hoping to see this one through, so I'll keep an eye on it.
We're only going to be here for 5 hours. It's all right. All right, so I put the pill on the header pins. The USB has to point to the thing.
Could I just say that from my perspective, I leave that as the last thing I do, just so that it's not bulky on the board there while I'm doing all the other stuff. Again, that is
but I was going to say, I am going to leave this for last, so it's not bulky on the board like that. I figured it would be offset by this giant SCSI block thing.
Yeah.
All right, so ignoring the guide, once again, solder the header pins on the blue pill, then the blue pill to the blah. Correct orientation is having USB connect. Okay. Solder the resistor nets. Pin 1 is marked on the board and the resistors. Let's have a look-see.
So the challenge that you have here is you have a row of 22 and a row of 33. But the important thing about them is that each row has the the pin 1, which is, there's a dot. So flip that over if you would there, Jay. On the other side you'll see writing. Yeah, okay. So on the left hand side you see a dot, that's your pin 1. So what you've got there on That's a 22 on the bottom and it's a 33 on the top by the looks of it, from what I can see here.
Yep, this one says 22. That one says, sorry, I'm out of focus again. Here we go.
33, yeah, cool. So you will have 2 of each of those there in the kit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so when you put them in, as I say, the 22s go, you have a row of 22, you have a row of 33, and then the pin ones are at opposite ends of that row. So what that will mean is the writing will be one way on one side, and the writing will be on the other side because your pin ones are opposing. So does that make sense? So if you go to the other end, if you slide, yep, you'll see there's your row of 220 there, and then your row of 330.
Yep. And square means pin 6, right?
Square means pin 1.
Pin 1. Oh, pin. Gotcha. All right. So, man, these things. All right. So we have here a 33, and 33 goes here up top. Pin 1 goes there.
Yep. Right there. You're absolutely spot on.
Oh, yeah. Keeping these straight without a jig, that's just...
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me all night. Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to have to do this off camera for a second because I have to hold it with one finger, somehow tin my iron with my toes. And
yeah, this is definitely a 3-hand part. This is one time where you might want to use some flux, because if you put flux on a pin, then you can get some solder on your iron and then transfer it onto that pin with the flux. It'll just flow onto there nice and happily. So
I need 4 hands.
Oh, you can do it. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You're very resourceful. Always found you to be very resourceful.
All right, so that didn't work. I definitely do need flux.
So will this be sold with one of your 2X systems, Retro Techie would like to know?
Yes, it will. And the reason I got 2 of them is one of them will have an SD card in it for testing, with hopefully a whole bunch of diagnostics and whatever on it. And one of them will be put together ready for sale. Look at that. Look at that. It's pretty straight. I'm pretty happy.
Looks good to me. Looks good to me. So the way I used to do those before I had the jig is I would just basically solder one pin, and then I would sort of try and line it up, and then just sort of melt the solder and then get it straight, and then take the iron away and then go and solder the rest of the pins. Which
that sounds logic.
Sounds a lot like the way you're probably doing it.
I don't know. I mean, Eric left, so the pressure has let up a little.
Yeah.
Tom's still here. You're still here. Oh, no, Michael Mullet is here. Pressure is back on.
Hello, Michael. We have 12 viewers at the moment, actually, by the looks of things. So.
Oh, dear Lord.
So the pressure is definitely on.
Oof. Oh, yeah. If it does turn out to suck, I'll just relabel this stream as "Don't watch this," and people will start watching it.
People will start watching it. Yeah.
Although I did have a lot of fun in that stream.
Oh, it was fun.
It was like a night of drinking without the booze.
Yeah. I actually had to leave partway through it and then came back again at the end.
Yeah. We lost all the viewers when you left, but they all came back when you came back too.
I don't think it works that easily, but
All right. One row is on. Ta-da! Look at that.
Okay, so can we just check and make sure that you've got them around the right way?
All right. So this is the row of 33.
Yep.
And
that
way
looks
out
good
of
to me.
focus.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Looks good. And let's have a look at the... you've put another one on, have you? Yeah.
Nope, not yet.
Okay, cool.
I'm working jigless, man. Jigless.
I hear you.
All right, so this one needs to be 22. Is this 22? This is also 33. So then this is 22, and pin 1 be there. All right, here we go again.
Steve would have been done by now, is what Mike's saying.
Yeah, but he had to do it twice, didn't he?
Well, he had to undo one of those resistor nets because he put one on around the wrong way.
Well, it's kind of straight. I'm not thrilled about it, but it'll do.
Yeah, if this one's a little bit wonky, if your first one's a little bit wonky, this would be the one you keep. Make the good-looking one for the next one, yeah?
But this is a first edition. Even has my fingerprint on it. That's worth a lot of money.
Yes. Tom wants to know what he wins because he's already built and tested his.
He used a jig. He's disqualified.
He claims he didn't. We've got no way of proving or disproving that, but
yeah, and he didn't have to read step by step through a website full of spelling errors.
But more importantly, he's not having to entertain a cast of thousands on a live stream.
Exactly. You know, he's just sitting there in his underwear, cigarette in his mouth, soldering while listening to Metallica. That's cool. I do not have that luxury right now.
Exactly.
Although I am sitting here in my underwear. Nobody knows. All right, that's 2. Let's see, 33. That was this one, I believe. So 33 has now got to be flipped around because pin 1 is over here.
That is correct. That's the thing that really catches people out, the fact that the guide, whatever it is, the printing, one's facing one way and one's facing the other way. Apparently, Eric mentioned that I think a future revision of this board is actually going to make it so that those R nets all go on the same orientation. So
that's boring.
We'll just make the building potentially a little bit easier, a little less prone to error.
Is it done yet? Yes. I'm currently on my 5th BlueSCSI.
Jay is taking his time, and he's doing that on purpose. He is purposefully taking his time. He's making sure he does a proper job.
Correct.
Okie dokie. Whoopsie.
All right. Next row. Working on Mac stuff in your undies. Hell yeah. It's too bad I ran out of Baileys.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
A few more months, I can have the window wide open while it's freezing outside. It's going to be glorious.
It's a truly magnificent day here at the moment. We're heading up towards the 30-degree C mark today.
Disgusting.
Which is my kind of weather.
So Bruce is sitting in his undies as well.
Well, I just stood up a moment ago, and I think people could probably see that I am wearing shorts.
Did anyone notice it was body paint?
If it's body paint, it means I've got a pretty weird shaped body.
No judgment here.
Yes.
All right, last one. It's 22. Make sure that Tom send me the right components, because he might be screwing with me. That is a 22. Pin 1 goes there.
Excuse me.
Now, there's a bunch of different people selling this stuff. Who supplies you guys? Do you just have to get all this stuff from Mauser, or?
Yep.
Okay.
So certainly in my instance, I get the PCBs done at PCB Way. I get the blue pills I buy from Amazon in the US. I bought the little blue pill programmer from eBay, I think. In terms of all of these components, I just grabbed them all from DigiKey. Actually, I've got a BOM, a bill of materials, already pre-saved there. So when I want to, restock with a bunch of this stuff, I can just go in there, press a button, and just order all those components in one go.
Fancy.
I generally like to try and, I don't sell them at anything like the rate that they obviously get sold in the US, because there just aren't as many people here, and it is a very niche hobby. So for that reason, there's not that much of a market. But I'd like to try and keep, when I usually buy so that I can put together about 10 of them.
Cool.
When I get down to about probably, I don't know, 3 or 4, that's when I, sort of order the next batch. But I don't go through them very quickly.
So how do you only end up with one in stock, I wonder?
Well, 2. I've got 2. And I've already got the others on the way. So
okay.
I've already ordered the replacements. So they are due to arrive next week. So I should be fine.
Cool. Come on.
Okie dokie. Just going to do a quick little testarooning here.
All right.
Holy
they are on. Now, they're not perfect, but without a jig, at least they're straight, except for the bottom one. That's not straight at all. But if you're drunk, you won't see it. Let's see. Solder on the termination jumpers. Okay. All right. Where did they go? Termination jumpers.
They are the 2 little things. You might see, that's them. Now they already have the shunts on them. So those little black things are called a jumper shunt, SHUNT. It's not a swear word. And it sounds like a combination of 2 swear words, though. So the look, I mean, you can leave the little shunts on there, or you can take them off for soldering, whichever suits you. So,
well, from what I remember, SCSI has to be terminated, or Steve starts doing Arnold impressions.
This is correct.
It's a little lopsided.
And while the old SCSI terminations in this day and age of USB and Firewire and whatever else, SCSI termination seems all pretty silly. It was still pretty good in the day, what you could do with SCSI.
I've heard stories.
I've told stories.
Now, this being a jumper, the orientation should not matter, correct?
Beg your pardon? Sorry?
The orientation of how I solder this on should not matter?
No, not at all.
All right.
Tom Barber has mentioned that he uses JLC PCB for his blue pill PCBs, which of course is they are another good supplier of PCBs. It's my understanding that if you're looking at larger sized boards, JLC PCB have better pricing than PCB Way. For
Is
these
that the
little
one that
ones,
Joe always complains about?
yeah. The Joe uses JLC PCB, so I don't know how this compares, but when I order the BlueSCSI PCBs, I can get 10 of them for $5 US. I don't know how that compares with JLC PCB, but from my perspective, $5 to get 10 PCBs made is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
But JLC PCB are apparently cheaper on big boards and big runs.
Gotcha.
But I don't know because I don't use them.
All right. Those around. Solder on the Berg connector. What is a Berg connector? Is that this thing? Is that a Berg?
That is a little white thing. That is indeed a connector. That's BERG. They are the same as floppy power connector on PCs. So, yeah. One of the main reasons why... Sorry, go ahead.
Why would I want to skip this?
Why would you want to skip it?
Yeah, it says optional.
Yeah, well, the thing is that these devices basically get power from the SCSI bus. They use the SCSI termination power to actually power the whole thing. If you were in a situation where perhaps you were using it on a device that didn't have SCSI termination power, and an example of that is a Macintosh 2SI, they don't have, for whatever reason, they don't have SCSI termination power, you would need to actually use that power connector to power the device. Or if you wanted to run it in like an external case, you would most probably need to power it there as well. So
I see.
That's the truth.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Bruce already finished 2 of them and is now cleaning his garage.
No, just finished the one, but I'm just now looking for some RAM because I want to test a computer here. I'm about to recap a Macintosh SE30. I figured I'd do that while I was down here.
All right.
And it is, I want to check and see if it works before I start recapping it, because the one thing that drives me bonkers is when if someone says to me, you know, oh, this computer doesn't work, can you recap it? That's fine. There's an expectation there. But this person just said, I have an SE30 that needs recapping. Didn't say anything about the state of the thing. So I want to test it now and take photos of it so that if at the end of the recapping it still doesn't work, and then I say, look, this is going to need extra diagnostics because it doesn't work after recapping. If they turn around to me and say, hey, it worked before, I can say, well, no, it didn't. Here's a photo of it not working before I recapped it.
Aren't you prepared?
So this is just me kind of protecting myself in case of a worst case scenario, which doesn't happen very often. But
and are you feeling okay? Because you're usually not this prepared.
Yeah, I know. There was something that happened to me recently, and again, no one has actually like tried to get out of paying a bill or anything like that. But I had a computer that I had a lot of trouble with. And when I went back to the customer and said, look, this one is giving me all sorts of grief, he came back and he said, that one worked beautifully. That one used to work beautifully. Now, I have to take him on his word. It probably did. I don't know what actually caused the problem. I found out what the fault was, but I don't know how it ended up happening. Now, I don't know, but I have to assume he wasn't lying to me, that thing did actually work reliably for him. So, but if I test it when I get it, I've got that proof to say, well, this is how it was when I tried it. And this one here, this SE30, is giving me horizontal stripes, horizontal lines. So this is definitely a not working SE30.
There you go, people. Try to pull one over on Bruce. It's not going to work.
You got to get up pretty early in the morning in like my time zone.
Like he did today, messaging us at 5 a.m.
6:30 it was. Can you believe it?
It was ridiculous, man.
I know. On a Saturday, no less.
Yeah. But then again, you've been waiting for this beautiful weather for a long time. Exactly. So I can get the excitement, you know.
And I've got a air conditioner here next to me, blowing lovely, cool air on my face.
So why do you want it to be 30 plus degrees if you're going to turn on an AC to cool it down to 20 some?
It's a good question.
It is.
It's a very good question.
I get the feeling I'm not going to get an answer though.
Yeah, you're not getting an answer.
Okay.
The fact is that it's we're just coming out of the cooler weather. It's warming up slowly, and I haven't quite adjusted to the heat yet. So, Horst is here. Hello, Horst. How are you?
The trick is you want it to be really hot so you can enjoy being really cool.
That's good enough for me. I'll stick to that one.
What a cop out. Yeah, you I don't know if everybody knows him, but you know Paul Daniels. He, for the longest time, he sat there soldering and hot airing without any kind of AC. And last year, I think it was 2019 or last year, he finally put in a AC unit. My God, that man used to be drenched by the time he was done working the board. Pretty sure I'm the youngest one here right now. That might be, but I can promise you I'm the most immature.
Yes, I have to admit, when we were doing that live stream on your channel a few days ago, the Please Don't Watch live stream,
Yeah.
I was surprised when people started farting.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Farts are hilarious.
Oh, farts are hilarious, but yeah, on a live stream, preserved forever.
You got to pretend they're not funny when we're live? Come on.
This is a really grubby SE30, by the way.
I barely even remember the 2000s. I'm that young. Well, depending on what age you were in the 2000s, you might not remember them for whole different reasons. I remember most of it. There are quite a few blanks in there too. All right, a few more pins to go, and then assembly is complete.
Whee!
Then I get to start hounding Bruce. Like, where are the images, Bruce?
Should I go and do that now? Because I can't do it.
You promised me images, Bruce. I got an audience waiting here, Bruce.
I'm feeling like I might need to go up there. So you'll have to. You've got everything under control there, haven't you? You don't need my help just for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm super entertaining all by myself.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, I shall be back in a moment. I will go put the thingy on the thingy up on the thingy there. So just be right back.
Sounds good. And I just finished the last pin as the spool of solder that I found has completely locked up. And now I can't pull any more solder out of it. Oh dear. Why are you stuck? I'm very pleased that the youth are getting into vintage tech. I hope you're not talking about me, because I am not youth, and I'm not getting into Beige Max. That is a myth. It's rumors, fake news, and it'll never happen. All right, so I'll clean all this grime off in a minute. Still have to flip this around and put what's it called? The blue thingy on. So I thought I was done, but I was wrong. Hello, Bruce is here again. Well, not here, but in the chat. Let me actually take a minute to catch up on the chat, because I'm really good at ignoring the live chat. That's like saying I don't like cats and then being caught snuggling 3 cats. I have 3 cats, and I snuggle them all the time. But I love cats. I do not love Beige. Nope, not joining the Beige side. It's not going to happen. Now, if you really want me to stay on the Beige side of things, then don't buy any of the stuff I'm selling once I put it up for sale. Somehow I don't think that's going to happen. All right. Luckily, I have managed to untangle my solder. So let's get this pill on. Come on, beep. Beep. Why are you not? I might have to flux this. I don't like the way the solder is laying down. Good thing I'm almost out of flux. I only have to do 50 pins. All right, try that again. That's better. Kind of. Now, I should have checked to make sure that this thing is on level when I did the first pin. I didn't do that, and now I'm at pin 7 or 8. It would be too embarrassing to turn it around now and realize that it's all crooked. So I'm just going to pretend that everything is okay and keep going. That is called professionalism. The 80s. I don't remember much of the 80s. Mostly because I didn't do much. Build tree houses, learn how to walk, not shit the bed, stuff like that is what occupied the early 80s for me. All right, that's pretty reasonable. I like your style, Horst. I like your style. All right, now when I get the iron in here, there's a lot of plastic on all sides. Let's try to be at least professional enough not to melt anything. Fluxing all the things. Here we go. Yeah, definitely. You can kind of get away with it when you're, I don't know, 2 years old, I guess. You sneeze and you accidentally shit the bed. Like, oh man, your parents are not going to be too terribly upset at you. But if you do that stuff when you're 40 years old, you might get some weird looks from your wife. So you definitely want to master those skills when you're young. Absolutely. Come on, reach. Bastard. And by the way, I'm not 40 yet. I'm 3 years away. So that still gives me 3 years to try and figure that one out. Now, I believe this blue pill, if you do this all yourself, or if you sell them like Tom and Bruce do, you have to program these somehow, some way. I believe and I sincerely hope I do not have to do that. I don't think I do. Because that would be a whole other live stream trying to figure that one out. Uh-oh. Solder is stuck again. I'm just a pup. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I got more gray hairs than my dad. He's 75, 76. I don't even remember. But my wife says I make it look good, so not worried about it. All right. That's a whole bunch of pins right there. 44. Yep, that'll be me soon enough. Is this a button? It looks like a button, but it doesn't click.
It is a button.
Oh, okay. Scared the crap out of me.
It's a reset button for the blue pill. So
okay. You need a special programmer. That blue pill has been programmed and tested. Yeah, right. You were pretty sure you still had blue filament, but that was a lie. So, all right. I am going to alcohol this a little bit, just because, sticky. Check my desk for any spare parts. There are none. I think we did all right here. Brush. Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
Did you do the thing on the thing and put it on the thing?
I did. It's still uploading at the moment, but it shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes. I sent you three images. One is for system 7.0, one is for 7.1, and one is for 7.5. They all contain largely the same stuff. It's a kind of selection of games and apps and utilities and installers and stuff like that. But they are they're there.
Awesomeness. Thank you, sir. And did you?
I should send you an
that I
one.
needed a blank image as well.
Yeah, that's what I didn't send you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I'll send you a 2 gig blank one. I'll go do that in a moment.
See, you think you make friends in life you can count on.
It just occurred to me then as I was explaining what I'd put there. I thought, you know what? He needs a blank one. Get out, you stupid.
All right, so it's still it looks still pretty nasty, but most of the sponge has been removed.
My name is Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Wait, who?
I was quoting a little bit of a Janet Jackson song after you said nasty. Because the song by Janet Jackson is called Nasty.
And I should know that if I was a Janet Jackson fan.
Yeah. Wow. We know you're a closet Janet Jackson fan.
The only thing I know is that once upon a time, she was at a very prestigious thingy, some sports event or something, and she pulled her tit out.
Well, she didn't. Someone else did.
Someone else did. Bravo. Did he get sued?
Well, it was Justin Timberlake, so...
Oh, well. No worries from him.
Yeah. It was apparently a wardrobe malfunction. That's, I think, where we got that term, wardrobe malfunction from. It was from that event. And it was essentially...
Really? That's when that was invented?
It was... Something was meant to come off but still, still keep her covered. But the whole thing came off and revealed her bosom.
Uh-huh. Right. By that definition, we can call every sex tape an iCloud leak, even though it's fully intentional.
Yes, but I think there are a fair few people out there that believe that it was actually just a publicity stunt and it was not an accident at all. Okay, so I've got to go send you an empty one, don't I?
If I need it, you know.
Well, you are if you're going to start testing those SCSI drives because you're going to want to copy the things off.
Yeah, I might grab one or two. All right, so ultrasonic cleaner will clean this right up later after the fact, but it is assembled. I'm going to leave these pins on for now.
Yep.
But I will be clipping them off later.
May I have a look at it?
Which camera? There we go.
Oh, that looks beautiful. You've even got those arnets straight. That's fantastic.
Yep, it's not going to focus until No, it's absolutely... It has no intention of focusing. But trust me, it's all in place. There is one header pin, 4-pin thingy still available in the lower corner, but there's no part for it. So
that is a little header for programming, and it is absolutely not needed. So
gotcha. All right.
So I used to actually put the headers on there, and then Eric, who obviously makes it, he said he's not even bothering to do that anymore. So I said, well, if he's not doing it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
All right. I shall put an empty disk image onto the thing up there with the thing, and I will be right back.
Sounds good. All right. This came with a screw, by the way. So I'm not just pulling random screws out of a bin. This came with a screw. All right. There we have it. A BlueSCSI in a green case. It's going to be removed next revision. Okay, so these things are going to be easier to put on next revision. These confusing holes here are going to be removed next revision. I feel I got raw end of the deal here. I got the difficult revision. What are we going to do? All right, a little bit of spot cleaning here. There. It's 10 o'clock and I still hear my kid running around upstairs. Something ain't right. All right. Just checking. You got the best revision for now. All right. All right. Fine. I had, there it is, SD card. So I'm going to have to take this to the other computer where I'm going to load it up with whatever Bruce just dumped on my server. And then I shall come back to...
Still uploading.
What?
Yeah,
What?
So I've sent you, there are four images. So the first one is finished. You could probably just use the first one, and then the second one is about, I don't know, a quarter of the way through. So,
Jeez.
I know.
Learn how to upload speed, man.
I know.
All right, let me go check. Oh.
Okay. So I suppose, seeing as I'm hijacking the stream here, I may as well just jump across to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm working on an SE30 here, and I've managed to melt the serial number sticker. So I'm thrilled about that.
Oh, we just had a fun conversation about professionalism.
Yeah. Less than pleased, but never mind. It's a different serial number sticker to the ones I'm used to. The ones that like on those, you know, the orange ones, they're quite resistant to the heat. But this one here, not so much.
Yeah, and people give Bruce's stream a few minutes to get out of 2P mode. He is probably maxing out his upload right now, sending me these files.
Oh, it's really bad, is it?
Oh yeah, your entire head is 1 pixel. It's like watching Minecraft.
Sorry.
Yeah, but it's almost done. It's almost done.
Yeah.
The USB connector on that blue pill, that's for programming, or the 4 pins on the other side are for programming?
Yeah, the 4 pins on the other side are for programming. I believe the hope is in the future to be able to use the USB port for programming, but that has not happened as yet. And of course, the other thing you can do with that USB port is you can power the blue pill with it. So you've got that little Berg connector there, which, as I mentioned, you can use for powering the device. But if you don't have a Berg plug, you can power the device using that.
Gotcha.
A little USB port. So very handy.
Very, very. Can you hook up LEDs to this to see activity or something?
Activity light. At the moment, the next board revision, it's my understanding, again, this is something that Eric has mentioned, that the next board revision is likely to include little jumpers for attaching an external LED. Now, there is an LED on the blue pill. You'll notice if you have a look at the blue pill, just behind that, the 4 pins coming out for programming it, there are 2 little LEDs there. One of those is just a power light that you know that it's on, and the other one is the other one's an activity light, and the activity light will flash like a normal.
3 things that the next revision is going to get that is better than what I just spent my hard-earned money on.
This is very true. But one thing you do also need to keep in mind is the computers you are selling, the 2X, the 2, those ones, they don't have external activity lights. So you got nothing to connect it up to. I mean, you would have to hang a light out the floppy drive hole or something like that.
One of them has that bracket thing in it, that comes with a light.
Yeah, this is true, except that's underneath the case cover. So that light is really only of use inside an SE or an SE30. So. Sorry.
Fine.
So they didn't actually bring in disc activity lights on the modular Macs until the 2CI and the 2CX. They had a little activity light on them, which is nice.
Your video is improving, so let me go check on those uploads.
Good.
Oh, your video is about to go bad again.
Okay. I'm using a fair bit of CPU at the moment, so that could also be part of it.
Could be.
Because when I use this streaming software called Ecamm Live, I've talked about before on the MacYac live stream, for anyone who may not have seen that. It's very good for what I do, but what I have the ability to do is I can actually set up this Ecamm Live and use it as a webcam for when I then go on to other things, whether I go onto Skype or whether I go onto Stream Duck here, StreamYard. And so I am actually broadcasting from Ecamm Live through this. So it's just, there's a lot of stuff running in the background. So now,
that poor Mac Mini.
Does that look like a broken trace to you?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's copper underneath that, shall we?
It's a very, very, very straight, precise break, though.
It is, isn't it?
There are places that sell custom color filaments, and they might have a color close to Apple Beige for a price. Yeah,
so I've actually had a few discussions with people in the live streams I don't know who it was, but sent me a link to a place that has a whole variety of colours available. I have yet to actually buy anything from them and test that out. So far, I haven't been able to find anything close to Apple Beige or Apple Platinum. But apparently they do exist. But I
Cool.
costs money.
By the way, I just want to throw out there. Yeah, I forgot his name. Never mind.
Big hello to what's his name? We're thinking about you. What's his name?
You are in our thoughts and prayers, man. Dude, Charlie? No, not
Logan?
Logan. There we go. Same amount of letters, almost. He made one of these brackets for one of those all-in-one tiny 9-inch models, I believe.
All right.
SE30. So this sits in and I might be butchering this completely. So this sits in a PDS slot, so you can access the SD card from the back.
Ah, okay, that's nifty. Yeah. So it's I haven't watched. My apologies to Logan. I have not watched it, but on the back of an SE and an SE30 on the back of the case, there's a little hole, and there's a little cover, and you can push it through, and that's for mounting things for external connectors for either an external display or for Ethernet connectors, that sort of thing. So I'm guessing that what he's done is he's made a bracket that will allow you to attach it to the back of that to have it there. And obviously you'd have to run the SCSI cable up and over, but the BlueSCSI is so small that you could put it in a whole variety of places. So yeah, excellent.
Yeah, and I'd say, hey, why don't you tell us all about it and put a link in the chat? But he ain't here, so sorry. Did my best. Streamlabs gave me a suggestion today that should allow me to give my YouTube viewers a more consistent chat experience. Thought you'd like to know. What does Streamlabs have to do with you completely ignoring the YouTube chat, Justin? That's not on Streamlabs. That's on you. Uploads are done. So I just toss all those images on the same card. No need to partition or anything.
You don't, because they are all currently using them. Well, first of all, they're all zipped, so you're gonna have to unzip them. I zip them for faster transfer. That's number one. Number two, they're all actually named at the moment so that they are SCSI ID number 1. SCSI ID 0, because typically I just drag these across. When I say to someone, hey, what OS do you want? And they go 7. I go, okay, no worries, here's 7. So if you want to put all of them onto the one card, you are going to need to change the naming convention so that they are different SCSI IDs. Otherwise, it will get upset.
I see.
You're going to need to decide which OS you want to boot from. And to be honest, I think on those old Macs, probably either 7.0 or 7.1 will be the way to go. Probably 7.1 because it's a nice universal operating system. It's not too RAM heavy, works reasonably well. So that would be my recommendation. If you're in a situation where you've got hardly any RAM in these things, you might have to even go all the way down to 6.
All right, I am unzipping 7.1 and a measly 2 GB disk image.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the 2 GB disk image has not been named, so you will need to alter the naming convention. If you get an opportunity to jump onto that, I think the printed instructions will actually tell you the naming convention. The printed instructions. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Shall we? All right. Named HDXY512 HDA. X is the SCSI ID 0 through 7. 7 is typically the Macintosh itself. Why is the SCSI LUN? What is a LUN?
Logical unit number,
All right.
which will just typically be set to 0. So,
If in doubt, chose 0. Typo in Tom's text this time. What a disgrace. 512 is sector size. For the most up-to-date instructions, go to there and okay. All right. Okay. All right.
so you'll see the way I've named them. You'll see that prefix at the beginning there, and then obviously you have to have the .hda at the end. Future revisions of the software will make it so that you don't need to have .hda. Just letting everyone know that. But you'll be able to have .img or whatever extension you want.
So the way you named these, I'm good to go out of the box, right?
You are good to go with the system ones set to ID 0, but you're only copying one system across. But with the blank one that I gave you, that one will need a different naming convention.
All right. Okay, this can be turned off. This can go there. Let me clean up and make space for this monstrosity to fit on my desk.
Yeah, they are big, that's for sure.
All right. By the way, I have squeezed 2 battery holders onto the board that I have already fixed and tested.
Which impressed me.
So this is the board we'll be using today to test this BlueSCSI. All right. I'm hoping that the overhead cam will catch most of all this. Reposition a little. There we go. Now, this hard drive can go, right? Actually, these holes for the... Where does one typically mount this? Not there. Not here.
You'll have to just get creative with that, I suspect.
Well, actually, it needs the... Yeah, might as well put it on here. And this 80 megabyte hard drive will be the first one we're going to test.
Awesome.
Unless, of course, these are just blank operating systems and I still need to gather some tools.
There are tools on those discs, on those
Right.
disk images. So the sorts of tools that I've got on there are obviously things like SCSI probe that allow you to probe the SCSI bus for any devices on there and mount them. There are formatting utilities in there, hard disk toolkit, silver lining, Lido. Sorry about that. There are...
Wait, hold on. I only have one SCSI port on this thing. How am I going to hook up the BlueSCSI and a hard drive at the same time?
Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought about that.
Me neither. Well, at least we can test the BlueSCSI,
You need a particular type of cable for that.
which I don't have. So we'll get to that some other time. Hello, new people. You've missed all the fun. All of it. Literally all of it. All right, so we don't need this. We don't need this power cable anymore. So this will draw enough power from the SCSI cable?
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
So, yeah, I mean, you don't have any SCSI cables that have 2 plugs on them?
I do not. I had them, and I sent them all to Steve.
Aha. So, well, that is going to somewhat limit what you're able to do unless you have an external case. Yeah. I hadn't even thought about that, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither, until just now.
Yes, Branchus is at the House of Moth. Hang in the house with the moth.
See, because Bruce can say and do stuff here that he cannot do on his own channel.
I have not sworn once. I have been a perfect gentleman so far.
Yet.
Yes.
It's just a matter of time before Bruce drops an F-bomb.
Not like Mike. He just wades right in and drops an F-bomb in the first, 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah, well, that's Mike. we know how that goes. All right. Running out of space already. I believe this goes here. You are right that I am not blameless in the matter, but Streamlabs does have some. Oh, come on. Come on. Just own it. Wait, I do need to put the batteries in, which I can now do.
Now, for those people who might be joining now, first of all, you should be main picture, not me. Sorry about that. I should just mention, because we are definitely causing some confusion here about hey, what channel is this? You are definitely on the House of Moth. I am just here as an advisor, as Jay is a novice. He's learning the world of Beige. So may the Beige be with you. And so I was here as just an advisor to just help out with anything that might need to be helped. And then I started doing some recapping, but while Jay ducked off to do something else. But now he's doing interesting things. I can pass it back.
See, you don't get to 20,000 subscribers by doing your own thing. You hijack someone else's stream and steal their subs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm hoping I might send some your way. Who knows?
All right. Well,
I did announce this on my Facebook page.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to annoy me. I need a zip tie. We're going slightly, what do you want to call this? MacGyver here.
Yeah. That's looking very MacGyver-y.
Yep.
I should actually mention that when it comes to these SCSI cables, it's very easy to make these yourself. Well, you can make these yourself without too much difficulty. You can buy the little inline plugs. You can buy 50-pin ribbon cable, and you can build your own. And that's basically what I do here. I build my own for when I sell the SCSI to SD or sell the BlueSCSI. I give people the option to buy a SCSI cable with it. You can make your own, and you can put as many little plugs in line as you want.
Well, there might be one in one of the boxes. I could check later. I'll test this first.
One of them could well have a 2 thingy there if they've been modified in the past. The computer you want, the best computer, if you want the best SCSI cable out there, is a Quadra 950. They have the most amazing SCSI cable inside them with loads and loads and loads and loads of plugs.
Mike representing, people. Mike representing.
Yeah.
All right, let me go.
Mike we've come to know and love.
So I have 2 options. I can. Oh dear Lord.
Uh-oh.
This is when it all goes to hell.
We know the picture and audio quality is going to be great on this one.
Yeah, he's not adding himself. Is he not logged in? Let me add him. Hide your kids, folks. It's gonna get rough. Hey, Mike. Hello.
And yeah, you can your own and you can put as many little plugs in on.
Well, that's fun. Good to see you too. How's it going?
Hey, Ozer.
Oh, there we go. Thought I was gonna have to carry this whole conversation by myself.
Sorry, I'm on my antique phone.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Bruce, I'm leaving. This is all you.
I'm not the one that pressed add to stream.
That's. Are you guys in the setup area over there?
No, we're at Steve's house.
That the place closed down at like 5 o'clock, guys.
House is
Yeah.
that close to you?
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why
So
do you think
why
I came
you
over to
are-
New Jersey?
Why
I
are
didn't
you
come
on
over
your
here for my
ancient
health.
phone and not on one of his computers?
What's that?
Why aren't you using one of his computers instead of your
'Cause
ancient
his
phone?
computers are on the other side of the house, and I don't have that much energy.
Ah, okay, valid reason. Bruce, one more time. The hard drive image. I need to rename that, right?
No, just the blank image, which we're not
yes,
even going to need at the moment, but never mind.
Okay, well, I'll figure that out later.
Yeah. this is-
We were watching ourselves and we were delayed.
All right, we have our image.
Did you break it yet?
Give it time. Give it time.
Ow.
All right, mouse and keyboard time.
Did you really have to make that holder for it?
Did I what?
Nothing.
he didn't make the holder he got with it.
No, I'm the zip tie.
Oh, the zip tie.
Yeah, man, I gotta give it my own touch, you know.
That looks very professional, Jay. You were just bitching about how neatness counts, and you're sitting there zip tying it down like a freaking. Yeah.
Damn right, it's professional. Let's see, how does this work? There we go. Keyboard. Trackball, because all the mice were stolen.
Better than nothing.
True. All right, power. Oh, wait. This needs a graphics card, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sure does.
Only if you want to see what's on the screen.
Ah, it might come in handy.
Yeah, it might not. You never know.
All right. There we go.
Horst is right. Trackballs, the superior pointing device.
No trackball because that's all he's got.
It is all I got.
Trackball because he gave all his mice away.
No, all the mice got stolen from the shed.
Oh, you had a mouse previously.
No, you gave all your mice away. You said you gave them all to Dana.
Well, Dana got some. I think Steve got some probably. I don't know. I just see something beige in my house. I stuff it in a box and said, who won it?
And we're very thankful for that.
And of course, it's no surprise that Steve 9 out of 10 times says, I want it.
Why not? I'm the only one.
Because you're a hoarder.
Yeah, well. It's not hoarding
He
it for
doesn't even deny it anymore.
His hoarding has
finally
gotten to
wore
the
him
point
out.
where he had to move one of the rabbits out of the basement.
No. That's for a different reason, you know.
He needed room.
Plug the power into your microscope.
All right. Now I need to reposition one of these cameras so you can actually see what's going on.
Get on
Hold
with
on.
it. Yes, get on with it.
Let's go already.
Be quiet.
Some people have to get up early.
Hold on. Hold on. Working on it. Working on it. There. Aha. Eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still plugged in? It is. Are we ready?
Go.
Bravo!
I have no idea what to expect here.
Well, are there any lights on the BlueSCSI, sir?
Oh, yeah, right. No.
No lights at all?
No lights at all.
That's not a good sign.
You broke it.
I haven't had a
Should at
chance
least-
to break it yet.
Have
Yeah,
you,
you did. You
definitely
probably
got that?
Missed a,
Have you
a
definitely
solder
got that SCSI cable connected?
I hate Beige.
point.
SCSI cable is connected. It's connected.
Both ends.
Both
Can we
ends.
have a? Did you put the SCSI connector around the right way?
I did, according to the silk screen.
Good.
Should there be lights right away?
Yes.
There should be as soon as it gets power. Now, one thing you can do, Jay, is maybe whip that out, grab a USB micro, and just connect. Just plug it in to a USB power source to see if the lights come on when you give it a power source.
All right, one moment.
I mean, I
This
have no
is
idea.
termination power, right, Bruce?
There is a possibility that this Mac doesn't have termination power.
I don't know if it does with it.
And if it doesn't, we'll need to give it extra juice.
It could also be that the fuse on the board is bad.
Well, except that he has actually had a hard drive connected to it.
Huh.
All right, let me find a USB port for this. Hold on.
You should be using your iPad, not your phone.
I know.
All right, with USB, I get lights.
Okay, right. So that means you're not getting any termination power. So you are going to need to power that thing separately. So whether you power it up with that USB or the bird connector, I suspect for you it'll have to be USB because you probably don't have a plug for the bird connector.
The peanut gallery will be momentarily.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
You know what? I have faith in you, Jay.
Stealing the busted USB cable from my microphone. I mean, at the end of the day, this is all Tom's fault, of course. That's all right. Power connected. Let's try this again. Hey, they left. Did they say they were leaving?
Not that I'm aware of. I was busily scraping here.
All right. All right. Hey, we got a happy Mac. Look at that. How cute.
Yay!
How cute.
Zippity doo dah.
Let me see how I can make this better for you all. However I adjust the screen, the camera is going to auto adjust.
Look
and
who's just
walk you.
arrived, Jay.
What? What? Who?
Look who's just arrived. Someone who gets
too late.
free stuff
Sorry.
from Tom.
He had his plug. That time is gone. System 7.1, 2 gigabytes. Look at that.
Yay!
How cute is that? The
So if you
peanut
have a look
gallery
at
will
that-
resume momentarily. I did hear peanut gallery, but it made so little sense to me I completely ignored it. Wow, you crammed that image full of stuff.
Yeah. So you in utilities, you'll find all the utilities, and there's installers, and there's applications, and
Look at that.
games.
All right. Okay. So the BlueSCSI works, right?
Yep.
And not having termination power is a limitation of this Mac, or
Yes. So now that's not a major problem for you, but what you will need, I might even have one floating around here. You'll need a. Is this one? It's similar to this. Let me just change my camera view.
because I can't sell these things with a BlueSCSI in it if it doesn't work.
Well, you will be able to sort it out. But just bear with me when I change cameras here. I might go to the top view. Here we are. That's probably easier.
This is the 2X, Tom.
Now, I don't have the exact one here, or do I? No, I don't. But it's similar to this. Essentially, what you can do is you can buy. They come from China. I mean, I got a stack of them here. I've got a great big bag full of them. But they're a little thing that like this. They have a Molex plug there, like that.
Yeah.
And then on this side, they have a little Berg connector. So what you'll be able to do, in theory, is plug the Berg connector into your BlueSCSI, then use the SCSI power cable, the normal one, the Molex one that you would normally plug into a hard drive, plug it into this, and then it would just basically be connected to that like that, plug the power into that, and then you get your, that's how you get your power to it. So they are literally like about $1 each or something like that to buy these little things here, but you will probably have to get them from China.
So ideally, I would get one of those with a splitter, so I could still power a hard drive as well as the Berg.
Yes, you could do that. Yep.
All right. Because I'm assuming that, well, one might assume that if you buy one of these things, you want to be able to connect multiple things.
Yes, but at the same time, you know what? That's not really your responsibility. If you're handing it over with the BlueSCSI connected, you know, that's all you really care about, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know, you don't need to really worry yourself about whether they want to connect 2 hard drives to it. You're selling it with a functional hard drive, even if it's a emulator.
Huh. All right.
Did we figure out
That's the way I feel.
power or not?
What?
Did we figure out if the Macintosh provides termination power or not?
I'm sorry. Did you hear what they said, Bruce?
He said something about Macintosh providing termination power with.
Out if it does or does not provide termination power.
It appears that it does not. So we are powering it. We have already tested it. It worked. Powering it from the USB connector. So I'm not surprised that the Mac 2 doesn't provide termination power. That doesn't surprise me that much. Hang on, let me have a look. Let me have a look at a 2 board. I've got one here.
I'm curious where you're from. Uh-oh, I must be tired if my accent is coming through.
Oh, come on. Your accent's always there.
Ah, okay, good. I'm Dutch, yeah. Sad Mac is right. I'm Dutch.
Where are we?
According to Apple, the Mac 2 should provide termination power. What about the 2X?
Yeah, I'm only looking at a 2 here. I'm not at a 2X. So,
But this is a 2X.
I mean, the 2 looks like it should provide termination power just based on what I'm looking at here. Can I see the whole board?
Kind of tricky at the moment, but
Actually, I don't want it to. You've got it inside there at the moment, don't you? That'd be a nightmare. You don't want to take that out.
One moment. And I think this should kind of like that, maybe. All right, so you want me to take this whole damn thing apart so you can see the board?
No. And either way, you know, I mean, for whatever reason, you know, I mean, so you've fired this up with an internal hard drive, yeah, haven't you?
Yeah.
And did it read the hard drive?
Yeah.
So then we know that the you know, the actual SCSI bus is working and everything like that. But yeah, we don't necessarily know about the termination power, do we? Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to check the fuse. You need to check the fuse.
What fuse?
You will need to take the board out for that. Do you want me to just show you on another board? Or I don't know.
I hate beige. Hold on.
Hate beige. Hate beige.
Alright, so we can take the USB out. Take this out.
Jay loves beige. And beige loves Jay.
There. And then we take this out.
For anybody that thinks that Macs just work, apparently never worked on the Beige Mac.
It worked fine until Tom sent me this thing. Just saying. Just saying. The board has to come out, or you need to see the board?
Well, you need to be able to get a multimeter in there. So,
all right, we can do that.
Okay, so now it's kind of hard for me to see. Ouch! Sorry, I just spiked myself or something. Where the SCSI connector is, the internal SCSI connector is.
Yeah.
Maybe if I show you, I can point you to it, and then that might provide you with the ability to find it yourself.
How about now? Oh, nice shadow, Jay. Yeah. Is it one of those?
Hang on. Hang on. It's labeled with an F. Okay, so that yellow thing, that's the fuse. It's labeled F1.
That's labeled 1.
F1. Is it just labeled 1?
Yeah, that is a 1. F1. You're right.
Yeah. Cool. So that is your SCSI fuse. So just grab a multimeter and check and see if that's got continuity.
All right. That's supposed to beep, isn't it?
Sure is. Now, I can move across to F2, which you'll find if you travel across to your right. That one's good. Cool.
That one's
right,
good.
now you're gonna need to replace that fuse. What you're going to need is a Pico fuse, PICO. They look like.
But this is beige. I could just run a wire, right?
Well, theoretically, you could, yeah.
I would do.
There are some audio issues coming from that part of the live stream.
Yeah, you guys are being drowned out by echo cancellation or something, I think.
All right. We'll heckle you later.
So if this fuse is bad, would that not provide the termination that it should be providing? Or
that is exactly what's happening. So if you replace that fuse, you will be able to get that BlueSCSI working without any additional power.
So what we're going to do now is just run a wire.
Sounds good to me.
Now, of course, there's a reason that fuse blew. And as soon as I put a wire in, we're probably going to find out exactly why that fuse blew.
Typically, those fuses will blow when because of something going wrong with the device, the SCSI device connected, or hot swapping the SCSI when they shouldn't, that sort of thing. Gotcha. So this is I've got a fuse here, which I can perhaps.
Of course, everything I need, Bruce has.
Yes, I know. It's because I work on beige, you see. So just changing the microscope view. So here's one here, a little 1 amp Pico fuse. There we go. 1A. 1A. 1A.
What are the chances of me finding a fuse like this on a 2015 MacBook Air board? Because I got plenty of those. Your laughing does not give me hope.
No.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I've just dropped some RAM on the ground.
Guess this is going to be a 6-hour stream after all. There's the little.
Yeah. So, just trying to think. You could steal one. You could steal one from one of the other boards, you know, Jay.
I could,
Just saying.
couldn't I?
Just saying.
Yeah. Are these common to fill?
Yes, common-ish. Let's put it that way. I see it
Well, I
enough
should probably
times.
replace them all anyway then.
Yeah, maybe if you want.
Oh, want is a big word.
I'm not sure where all of my Pico fuses are. I found one, but I should have a whole packet of them. They've fallen off the back here. Are they on the floor somewhere? Will I never find them again?
They're behind you underneath the bench.
No, I hope not.
Hold on. These leads are pretty nasty. So let me test one more time.
What on earth is that?
No, it's definitely bad. And I am making contact. All right. Okay. All right.
Is that better?
So far, so good.
It is
No,
better.
don't clip it.
So what time does the party start tomorrow, dudes?
Very early.
What's the what was the setup like? You got a lot of people turning up?
Well, today was sort of a preview day, so they had talks, but the real event is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. But did you get to meet some of the lovely people?
I don't think Mike's iPad likes me.
Stop being lazy and grab your
Just
laptop.
gonna
That
use the
actually
keyboard.
works.
I'll be right back.
All right. We are going to put a professional fuse in here. Branchus approved, by the way. I should mention.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Fry the BlueSCSI?
I got 2 of them, and Tom gave me a warranty. So
Sorry about that.
welcome back, sir.
So we've
So-
got 2 of you on here now.
Yeah, I closed out the other one.
All right.
I
One
think-
fuse.
I think Mike's iPad was not being happy. But anyway, the real show is tomorrow. This was more of like a talks and type thing. So
Okay. But did you get to meet some lovely people?
yeah, we saw Sean. We saw a bunch of people that that were setting up things, but we came very late because we had to pack everything in the car and everything. So tomorrow we'll get more of a sense for what's actually going on.
Excellent. So are you able to see the chat, Steve?
Yes, let me maneuver to it. I can see it now.
Cool. Yeah, I only asked because someone else asked that in the chat.
Oh, we could see it all right. Whether we pay attention to it or not, there's some monetary funds that have to go on for that.
Because I'm sure there'll be people wanting to ask how long until you fix their boards, Steve.
Yeah, that they could wait till the end of the month, and then the other month.
I decided to go with what I consider an easy win today, so I'm recapping an SE30, one of my sort of favorites. So, but knowing my luck, this one probably won't work either.
Well, I wish you good luck, and so does my cat.
Thank you.
All right. Fuse installed.
How to pussycat?
He is very amused. Cat, stop licking yourself.
So, I just want to make sure I'm perfectly clear on this whole situation here, Jay. You have an opportunity to actually grab a fuse from one of the 6 other Macs behind you, but instead you decided to just use a wire. I just want to make sure But I'm
Correct.
understanding this
So
correctly?
this way, when something actually shorts and breaks something, there was no fuse to break.
Absolutely correct. All right, let me get that.
I'll just let you know I'm fine with that. Okay. Some people wouldn't be, but I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
Some people aren't here, are they?
Exactly.
All right, how was this routed again? Like that? No. Like that? No. Like that? Yeah.
Now we realised, Steve. I don't know if you were around for this bit. We realised that Jay doesn't have a SCSI cable. Or he doesn't think he has a SCSI cable with 2 plugs on it.
Well, that's
So
a J problem.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
we'll,
how about
we'll-
you send it back to me, Steve? Because I'm pretty sure I had one at some point. Send it to you.
I don't think so. You gave me a SCSI card, but there was no cable with it. Check one of your G3 blue and whites. I'm sure there's a SCSI cable hiding in there.
Yeah, let me go excavate my basement for a SCSI cable.
Yeah, go ahead. Run.
Yeah, I
Do.
know. Nope. All right. What everybody
Yeah,
here doesn't know is that we had some fun fireworks on a private stream yesterday.
yes.
And now that the fuse has been professionally replaced, we might see some more. So, do we want the camera pointing to this or to the screen for this first part?
Oh, I think this to start off with, because the main thing is we want to see if lights come on that little blue SCSI, don't we?
All right.
They'll come on for a second, then there will be fire.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got 6 more. We could burn one of them.
Hope you have a fire extinguisher ready.
What kind of a shop do you think I run, Steve? Huh? Come on.
One without too much beige.
Fire extinguisher. All right. Let's see. It's
And
kind of
Steve-
in
Steve, just to make you feel bad, oh, hang on. I haven't got the right camera here.
Feel bad or better?
No. Just feel like you do need to get one of these in your workshop. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
Jay has
somewhere.
just shown that he has one. I'm now showing you that I have one. You're the only one who doesn't have one in his workshop.
I have dirt. I can just shove dirt on something.
I don't have one.
Mike doesn't have one either. We're fine.
I just let the shit burn.
All right. We ready? Let me
Hang
turn this off so you can see the lights. Lights are going to be right there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey!
We have lights.
All right.
That's
Now
what
I
we
need to
use.
order a real fuse, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll send you the link I got, Jay.
I just bought mine on
flashlight.
eBay.
Look at that.
It should be
All
booting.
right. It is booting.
Look at that. Activity light and everything. Delish.
Huzzah! We never doubted you for a second.
Of course you didn't. This should focus in about half an hour.
Now it unfocused.
All right. Look at that, System 7. Does System 7 have an about this Mac? Look at that.
We can't see it.
It's the Macintosh 2X with 8 megs of RAM.
Whee!
System software is Z17.1. Fantastic.
Your
Why is
camera's
my
going
camera all over
crazy.
the place? This is not my lighting doing this. This is my camera. Maybe some more light will help. Nope, made it worse. Well, trust me, it works.
Yay!
We'll trust you on that.
And I was going to test some hard drives, but I need to find one of those splitty cables, don't I?
Either an external SCSI to 50-pin cable or a SCSI cable with 2 ends would do.
I think the
Yeah.
latter is more likely to have one of those, I would think.
Let me dig through one of those boxes here. Actually,
Yeah,
let
you
me
might
look-
have it.
Space! Need space!
You could just stack the Max. It's fine.
All right. That fuse probably blew when someone unplugs the SCSI device when they should not have.
Yeah, that is
correct.
I would say the most common cause of blowing the SCSI fuse.
They are not meant to be hot swapped. I do it from time to time, as do a lot of people. But yes, they are not meant to be hot swapped. You are meant to switch everything off and then plug and unplug.
Can't see a
The only
damn
reason
thing
I
because
do
my
it-
camera was having a strong. Cool. A strong. Macintosh. I do like that.
Stroke.
All right, let me grab this box here. If I have any SCSI cables, it'll be in here.
Ooh, what's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, we
You
love
already
boxes.
You already seen what's in the box.
Oh, then I don't think there's a SCSI cable in there.
Uh,
I thought you were referring to the mystery boxes that you said, oh, I haven't gone through those yet.
no, those are in the garage.
Well, we're waiting here.
You can keep waiting. Oh wait, I found a few more hard drives in here. You know what? We're giving up on the SCSI idea, and we're going to test a few more hard drives. We have here a crap. That's an IDE drive. Not going to be any good. We have here. Oh, that's a mic drive. That's not going to do me any good. And finally, we have here, damn it, another IDE drive. Oh wait, we got this flat one. Oh man, that's also IDE.
Yep.
Well, that was fun while it lasted.
One more down here. Hey, look at that, IDE. And let me guess, this is IDE.
Yep.
Well then, that was fun.
We are thrilled.
As am I. I really want to spin up this this flat drive. I'm fascinated by it. Never seen one like it.
What, the Bigfoot?
Yeah,
Oh, they're cool. They only spin at like 4,200 RPM though.
yeah, and it has an AT&T chip on it, which means you could put a SIM card in here and have a cloud storage device.
That's exactly what that's for.
Yep, I knew it. See, I know these things.
You concern me, sir.
All right, let me clean the random diseases off my hands for a minute. All right. Now I feel like I'm not going to die if I touch myself accidentally like this.
Sorry, I was off by 200 RPMs, Alex. Forgive me.
So, being pretty damn confident, I do not have one of these cables. I can power this with USB, but that's not going to help me right now either.
Yep, you need to get those. You need more bits. Have a look for those cables inside the other computers. You never know.
No, they don't have to-
You're going to have to start fiddling with SCSI IDs too,
Why would I do that?
because nothing will work if you don't.
No, it's already taken care of by Bruce.
Yeah, we will be able to sort that out. Don't worry.
Okay, because I don't think Jay's is really going to be in the mood to be trying to figure out how to set jumpers on drives to reset SCSI
Well,
IDs and
Yeah, what we'll
and all
do
that
is
happy horse shit.
we'll rename the disk image on the BlueSCSI. We'll make it ID 6. I think that's probably the safest thing to do. Get it up and out of the way. I
Yeah.
expect most of the other drives will probably be ID 0.
Actually, I'm going to leave that in there because I will be using this for testing later on. So for now, we can get rid of
Everything.
this. I would leave it all in pieces the way it is now, but I don't have space for pieces storage.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Alex and All Things DG here as well. Welcome. Sorry if you were here for a while. I make it a point to ignore everybody when I live stream.
We noticed. That's why we're here.
All right, so now, where did I just... We could put this 80 megabyte.
Oh, piffle.
Store the world.
Where are me tissues? Ah.
We can still test this hard drive, though.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, Steve will get upset, but we can still do it.
We can do it. I feel I've come so far now without testing any hard drives. It's going to be kind of a bummer.
And I mean, we can always, mute Steve. That'll be easy enough to do.
Yeah. Good.
I just realized what you're doing, and I'm very unhappy.
What you doing?
He's testing a hard drive without the means to back it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
If Steve only knew.
I do know. I'm here.
Hello.
If Steve only knew about last week.
yeah, you already powered all these drives up.
I took him outside, played some soccer with it, see how they bounced. There were 2 screws there. I just took them out. What the? Oh, here.
They work better when they're floating around inside the logic board.
Yeah, they can act as a fuse, bridge a few pins. All right, I could go check the garage to see if said cable exists in there. But that would mean that you guys get to host the show for about 10 minutes.
So,
Okay.
Mike and I could do a dance.
In that case, I'm
Make a
sticking
little
around.
For yourself.
I'm sticking around to see that. Come on.
Cat can entertain you. Right, Cat?
Do a little dance.
Yeah.
Make a little love.
Meow, 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 meow.
So let me do this and put Bruce in the spotlight here.
Dance.
So I will go check, and if I do not return in 15 minutes, something fell on me and I am dead. So
That's okay. We're willing to take that risk.
yeah, as long as I don't touch this hard drive, right?
Yes.
All right, be right back.
Never go full beige.
This is an SE30, which is, of course, what a lot of people are used to seeing me work on because I am the SE30 guy.
Yeah.
Because that's what everyone sends me. Oh, dear.
Don't you have so much fun with those, Bruce?
Yeah, I love getting them working. So this one here has horizontal lines.
Mm.
So it is a non-working unit. So the hope is that after this recapping, it will not be a non-working unit.
I hope so.
And I was about to stick the caps on here, and I realized I had all these exposed traces, and I'm going to have to put a little bit of UV mask on here. Now, I just want to mention that while Jay keeps saying that I broke his laser, his UV laser, while I am partially responsible, I did not actually break it. Jay did. And it was simply that when I was giving him advice on how to dismantle it, I gave him slightly incorrect advice. And I made him yank from the wrong direction. Well, I didn't make him do it. I said, I think you just pull it out. That's what I said. I said, I think you just pull it out. And he did pull it out and broke it. And then I suddenly realized later on, oh, no, you pull it out from the other direction. So, yeah, that's what happened. And it's broken. So I do feel partially responsible. Oh, lovely painting here. I'm just going to be painting this in areas where the wide pins of the tantalum caps might potentially hit some of these traces here. And these are a little bit thin and old and crusty. What's the weather like over there, fellas, where you are?
Are you talking to us?
Yep.
Humid, but it's
No.
not too warm. It's just muggy out right now.
No, that's not good.
It's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
And so what time do you have to set the alarm for tomorrow?
6.
Oh.
Yeah, we want to be there. So it runs from 8 to 5, Saturday and Sunday. So we want to be there. We have to try to be there at least early on Saturday because Steve and I got there late because Steve was busy dicking around. So I sat here for 3 hours waiting for him to get ready.
And have you bought anything?
No, we didn't even go into this for sale area. We just set everything up. The actual show doesn't actually start till tomorrow. We were just doing setup.
Yeah, but sometimes you find the best things on the first day before no one else is there.
Yeah, I know. I should have went back over. I didn't think about it. I don't know if we could have bought anything anyway. So.
Okay, well, that is completely covered.
Steve was nice enough to give me some old laptops, though.
Oh, that's good.
I'll have some old PC laptops to work on.
I will be, yes, so just letting everyone know who's in the chat, if anyone's just rocked up recently. We're in a situation at the moment where Jay has assembled the BlueSCSI, has tested it, it does work. And the next step that he wants is he's got a whole bunch of hard drives here that he wants to fire up and test. And if they work, he wants to back up any of the data on them. Now, one of the things we realized when we started going to do this is that Jay doesn't have any SCSI cables with 2 connectors on them, therefore allowing him to plug more than one SCSI device to the thing. So he's now running around trying to find a SCSI cable that might actually have 2 plugs on it so that we can have more than one SCSI device. Because without that cable, we're stuffed. Yeah, simple as that. That's that. 3. Okay, my watch is telling me I need to stand up. Okay, laser beam time. Wow, there's a lot of mask here. I'd probably be better off just putting this in the sun. Had someone in one of my live streams once. Oh, geez, careful. I made this laser beam so pointy that I actually started burning the stuff. But I had someone mention in one of the live streams that you can use hot air to speed up the drying of the UV mask, which I have done in the past. But one of the things I have found is that when I use hot air, it doesn't seem to stick to the board as well. It does dry it out, but it seems to come off easier. That's just my experience. I'd use a floppy emu and HH anyway, it'll be fine. Your mask doesn't look as good as Jay's. No, it doesn't. No, he takes an incredible amount of care and pride in his mask work. I don't mind.
That's because Jay's anal.
Yeah. I'm just concerned about the practical application, not necessarily the look of it. And this is going to have caps on it anyway. So what you have to remember is at the moment, this SE30 doesn't work. So when I hand this back to the owner and it does work, they're not going to care about this mask.
They're probably not even going to see it.
Probably not. Yeah. This stuff always looks a lot bigger on the microscope. You tend not to notice it that much. Can you use one of those UV lasers to erase an EEPROM? I would think almost definitely yes. Though I have never tried. I would see absolutely no. You'd probably destroy it, to be honest. You might actually wreck it rather than just erase it, depending on the point. But depending on how, sort of how intense because this is, I can actually focus the point of this difference in intensity. So if I just point this down here at the table, I can go like this and actually start burning the table.
So does that.
We found some brand new magazines, Bruce.
Wow. What is in store for us with OS 9?
Well, I could tell you. There's an ad for Unreal Tournament in here.
Yeah. Yes, now these ones are in. Oh God, no crap! So this is I can tell you, this is 405.
That's cool.
The wavelength, I believe, is 405. So you tell me, what is the wavelength you should be using to erase an EEPROM? So here we go, 405 nanometers plus or minus 10. So that's the UV for that. So if there's anyone there who knows what wavelength you should be using to erase an EEPROM, there's your information there.
Nice laser pen, Bruce.
Thank you. Yes, I have 3 of them in case one of them gets damaged.
That is fantastic news for you, Bruce. See you later, Retro. Thanks for hanging out. So I checked and I sent pictures to the group chat like, hey, can I use this? Can I use that? Nobody checking. Oh, now Steve grabs his phone.
Oh, hang on.
And then I saw a spider the size of my fist, and Jay's search was done. Not messing with that.
I didn't even have the bloody messages open. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that little guy. It's like a wolf spider or something.
No cables there, Jay.
I don't give a crap what it is. I'm not messing with that. So yeah, no, none of that.
Right. So we're gonna have to work out what to do.
I could send you a cable.
I will have to order some of those power cables so I can at least hook these things up with a BlueSCSI and sell them. And for personal use,
no, you don't need to do that now, Jay. You don't need to buy those power cables because the issue with the power was that fuse.
The termination. Yeah, you're right.
So you will need to look at getting those Pico fuses. I can send you links for that. Well, Steve can send you links to that. So
yeah.
So you should be fine there with that.
And Steve, you have one of those splitter cables?
Yeah, the SCSI cables. I can lend you one. Dana probably.
Yeah, if I could borrow one, then at least I can image these drives and do all that crap.
Yeah. I'll text Dana because one of us has one, so don't worry.
All right. Okay, so let me disassemble this for a minute.
Too large of a wavelength. What wavelength should we be using for that, Justin? Are you able to tell me what? Usually around 250. Okay. I do actually have I have several different types of UV light here. I'd be curious to know whether one of them is suitable. Okie dokie. Now I can actually stick some caps on this.
All right. Well, this concludes my endeavor in BlueSCSI for now. I'm not going to end the stream yet because we're watching Bruce work.
Well, one of the things you could do if you wanted, just for a bit of fun, is if you get your camera set up so that you can view your screen a little bit better than there, you could always fire this up with a BlueSCSI, have a look at some of the little apps and things, the little fun games that are on there.
I cannot be seen playing games on a Beige, Bruce. I'm sorry.
Well, of course you can.
There is an aspect of my reputation that needs to be preserved.
Nope.
Come on.
All right, so when I take this out, the case is straight. When I put the BlueSCSI in, it's warped. Why?
Yeah, it's probably just a slightly snug fit. I mean, you might be able to give it a bit of a push to get it in there further, but we can always blame Tom.
That's been pretty much my my go-to.
Yeah.
Looks fine now. Let me put the screw back in.
Did you see the color of the bracket that Steve got for his BlueSCSI there, Steve?
What color is it?
It's green.
I like it. I want one of those. I'll have to order some more.
Well, if you happen to catch Tom on a day where he runs out of blue filament, green is what you get, man.
I am envious.
But
There's a very particular ad here you'll like, Jay, in this old Mac magazine that I found. Now I'm looking for again.
while you look for that, let me share this real quick. Here and here and here. Now, I am certainly not the first one to do this, but since I did it, if you go to scuzzy.blue, you have a list of people that sell them. I got mine from Tom Barber, and he waited about a month and a half before he shipped it out, but I got it eventually. It's all good. I won't mention the colors anymore, but yeah, if you decide to order from Tom Barber, you can do it on this website, scuzzy.blue, and we have someone in Canada. We got people in Australia. You can, of course, build your own with all the components if you order it and put it together yourself. So, yeah.
I should mention
Scuzzy.blue.
that there is a slight technical glitch at the moment that comes up showing that I have no stock. That is not actually accurate. I do have stock if you are an Australian and you want to buy one. You can buy one from me either from my website or you can buy one via eBay. But it's cheaper if you go via my website.
I got mine from Eric. Well, Eric says here is on a brief hiatus. So,
There you go, Jay.
Eric is a busy man.
ooh, Unreal Tournament. Yeah.
It reads, coming soon to the Mac.
Yeah. And see, it doesn't take long to get people to admit what they did. There we
Look at
go.
this newer technology advertisement. With two
Yeah. I remember those ads. Big fan of them.
It says, play games on your beige or blue Mac the way they were meant to be played.
How were they meant to be played?
A max-powered G3 upgrade card will turn your Mac into a high-performance machine.
Ooh.
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 Incidentally, I am actually selling one of my 7600s with a G3 upgrade card in it. I had someone contact me the other day saying, have you got any surplus? And I said, well, I've got a couple of 2VXs and I've got a couple of 7600s. Do either of those interest you? And he said, yep, I'd like a 7600.
Nice.
Yeah.
But in case there are people here that take things a bit literal, I paid Tom. He bagged it up. He shipped it out fast. Everything is in order. Everything was included. Everything is as it should be. So
Yes,
get your stuff from Tom.
Tom is where I got my BlueSCSIs from before, and I will probably be ordering more from him again.
Yep. And if you order from Tom, he will kick back 50% of the proceeds to me. So order from Tom.
And Tom is an all-around stand-up guy.
Yeah, and if you click on his name, you go to a gumroad.com website where you can pick your kit and all that fancy stuff. I haven't checked it for typos yet. I'm sure there are some. But yeah, you can get it all on the Gumroad website. I thought it was called Gumtree, or is that something else?
Must be something else.
Ah,
Because there certainly is a thing called Gumtree. It's a website was created in the US, and I believe it's very similar to Craigslist. It's just a place where people can go to sell things, and usually at fairly reasonable prices. And quite a few Australians think Gumtree is an Australian invention, seeing as the gum tree is an Australian tree. But yeah, not actually UK.
mm-hmm. Now, question. These jumpers that I soldered on here, they are for termination, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
So just for people who aren't particularly familiar with SCSI, you have the option to actually connect up to 6 devices, 7 strictly speaking, but one of those devices is the SCSI drive or the computer itself. So the computer is ID 7, so you have the option to set it up at ID 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Now, you can connect all those devices, but because they are in a daisy chain configuration, there needs to be a terminator at the beginning and at the end of the chain. Now, if you have a single device attached, it's terminated. Simple as that. If you have 2 devices, they are both terminated. Simple as that. If you have 3, then the first in the chain and the last in the chain should be terminated, and the one in the middle should not be terminated. That's how SCSI works. And when I refer to the middle, I don't mean the middle as in the ID. I mean the middle as in its physical position along the chain.
Gotcha. All right. Let's hope I never need to mess with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, back in the day when we used to use all these SCSI things, I used to work in a pre-press print place. And of course, we would have CD burners, CD-ROMs, external drives, magneto-optical drives, scanners, you name it. And so we would have some computers that were fully loaded with, 6 devices connected to a single computer. And I can tell you that trying to get them all to work with the right termination and, the stars aligned correct and everything like that was an absolute nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
You would think everything should work. You go, I've done it all right. I've terminated the right ones, and everything should work. And then it'd just be like one device wouldn't work, or it would say bus not terminated. And you just have to make a little tweak here, or maybe try a different cable on one of them, and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a headache.
Fun. Now I am on the GitHub page. I got here through Tom's page, but I think this is Eric's to maintain. Someone can tell him that he can add the 2X to this list. It has the 2CI and the 2CX, but not the 2X. Which we now know works just fine.
Yes, we've tried. Oh, and Steve's tried it on a 2SI, so that can be added as well.
Yeah, the 2SI just needs power, but it works.
Oh yeah, 2SI is here. The 2SI does not provide term power. It must be powered via the Berg connector or USB. Refresh the page. You sneaky bastard. 2X. Look at that. See? This is how they deal with fake news, man. They just memory hole you. Like, what are you talking about? It's been there the whole time. So it stands to reason then that it will work on the 2 as well. But Classic 2. Is Classic 2 the same as Macintosh 2 or is it different?
It is not. It is not. But I would be very, very actually. You know what? I haven't ever tried one on a 2, but I would be very surprised if it didn't work on a 2.
Okay. Well, we'll find out soon enough.
The Macintosh 2 is virtually just actually, no, I'm just trying to. No, it's the 2X, isn't it? Sorry, yeah, no, forget what I was saying. I started a sentence that wasn't going to be right, so I just cancelled it.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, I got the kit.
I will let you guys fuss around, but enjoy. And
I've
thanks
been
for
waiting for Mike to come back. Did he pass out next to you?
No, Mike's here.
Oh,
There.
well,
There's his hand.
such a conversationalist.
He's alive and well.
I'm okay. I'm here.
Yeah, can we get a hoser from you?
Yeah, go to hell.
Close enough. Yeah,
That's Mike.
we have to be at the show at like 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. So
Until what time? Is either one of you going to live stream from there?
I don't think so.
No.
Come on.
You grossly overestimate the ability for us to do more than one or two things at once.
And remember, Steve, don't share any footage you take with people that don't give you credit.
Well, Sean's crap is already leaning onto my table, so I had to bring a table to move his crap off of my table because that curse is already over all my stuff.
Get off my table. It's going to be fist fights over there.
Yep, Ethernet fights.
All right, we'll have fun, dudes.
So we have enough Ethernet cable to string him up.
Yeah.
Did I hear, Steve, did I hear you say, what was it, Jeremy Maciak, that there is going to be some online coverage of the event?
Yeah, there's a live stream of like the talks and stuff. So
Okay.
Anybody wants to do that, just do an online search for VCF East, and I'm sure you'll find all the information you need.
Gotcha.
That's going to be fun. So, yeah. I'll be posting on Twitter and stuff like that. So I'll post some pictures when I can.
Cool. Enjoy, dudes.
Thanks. See you guys
Have
later.
fun.
See you guys
See
later.
you later.
Bye.
See ya. Sleep well.
We won't.
Go away.
Go snuggle. I forgot.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, I still have to clip off these pins here. So I'm going to do that now.
This is the last of the surface mount caps on this SE30, and then I will just need to do the axials, which shouldn't take me long because there's only 2 of them. And then I shall fire this up and test it. And regardless of whether it works or not, we will call that the end of my part of this stream.
Yeah, mine too. I was going to go for an hour. We're coming up on 3, so
Oh, shivers.
I'm going to get hit in the eyeball with one of these. I'm really playing the odds right now because there's many pins. So let me hold on.
Okie dokie. I've still got 14 people watching if my calculations are correct.
What? And by calculations, you mean looking at the counter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good night, Christopher. Thank you for joining.
See you, Christopher. Yeah, I'm a little bummed out that I wasn't able to test the hard drives. Of course, I did not plan ahead because I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this Beige stuff.
Well, neither did I. I mean, I didn't even realize. It just didn't cross my mind. That one of the things that, of course, occurs with me. I mean, like, I have so much Beige stuff everywhere. So when it comes to things like, oh, do you have a mouse to test it, or do you have the right SCSI cable? I just tend not to think of that because I've just got all this stuff everywhere.
I was counting on you tonight, Bruce.
Yeah, I know. I really let you down.
You really did.
Really let you down.
You and Tom both.
Tom's just said if you do get hit in the eyeball, you can blame him for that as well.
Yeah, I will. And I will be ordering 5 more of these at some point. So what kind of colored PCB can I get? Huh? Can I get translucent? Can I get black and gold? He's gonna be like, you're a one-time customer. Piss off. You're getting blue. All right, 2 more, and then I'm done with this noise.
It's not that bad, actually.
Oh. All right.
I definitely think this laser cures the UV mask faster than my other laser.
And this is the 10 micro something?
Yeah, that's the one. I think.
I'll skip the PCBs and just give you a bunch of wire. Well played, sir. Well played. So I will be, I took it back out of the case because I will be ultrasonicking this. But seems to do the job.
Yep, indeed. They're a very nifty little device, and while I have spoken about SCSI 2SD and BlueSCSI, and I have, there are things I like about both of them. I can say that whole being able to just drop a disk image onto an exFAT SD card is insanely convenient. And even to the point of if you need to make some modifications to it, you can then take that SD card out. You can then drop that into a Mac with an emulator running, such as like Basilisk or Sheep Shaver. You can add that image and you can mount that on your emulator, and you can play around with it on your emulator, make changes, copy files to it, do this and that. Then quit out of your emulator, take the SD card, pop it back in the BlueSCSI, and all those changes you made are there. So it's just super convenient.
Let me share my screen here for a minute.
Please.
Is Berg another word for floppy drive FDD?
Yep.
All right. So this is the one. No, wait. Is it? Hold on.
So the fourth one down looks like it might be it, but I can't tell. The image isn't the greatest.
Yeah, but that just has one.
Oh, I see. You want it. Well, you only need one.
Damn it! I keep forgetting I don't need it anymore.
You don't need this at all. It's the Pico Fuse you need.
I doubt Amazon sells SCSI cables.
Do a search for 1A Pico Fuse. Yeah, you can look. Yeah, no, you won't find. Hang on, that's there.
$10. Are you mentally? No, not doing that.
It's got it's 24 inches, 3 female connectors. That's exactly what you need. You're saying?
I guess I'll sell it with one of them.
But
and
you probably
primed.
will be able to get one from Dana or from.
I would, but with the current way USPS is, I would have that in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. McIntosh. How you doing?
Hello, Mr. McIntosh.
So you're saying this is what I need, huh?
Yeah, that's it. I'll allow you to connect to.
And the whole termination of the BlueSCSI will still work, even though I have a hard drive on the same cable?
Yep, indeedy.
Ah, damn it. Well, I guess one of them is going to be $10 more. I'm selling a cable. Hold on. Let me look this up. Yeah, I don't want this stuff in my house that much longer.
I don't blame you.
With Amazon Prime, I can have this Sunday sold. And someone is going to be the lucky owner of this cable soon.
You should autograph it.
I should. I'll use a soldering iron and autograph the ribbon cable. All right. Let me just get the tracking.
Oh, yes. Delicious.
Copy. Paste. There we go. All right. Now we need some fuses.
Success.
So we go to Mauser.
Yeah. Oh well, actually, you see how you go. You might even be able to get them on Amazon.
What do I look for?
You're looking for a 1A Pico fuse. P for Peter, I for integer. So that's it. 1A Pico fuse. It's finishing it there for you. There you go.
Look at that. 125 volts.
That's fine.
It seems like a lot of volts for a SCSI.
Yeah, it's more than needed, but it'll work.
So 10 for 7 or 20 for 5. Well, each board has 2, and if they're at risk of blowing, I might as well.
Yeah, I would.
Do them all.
Yep.
No
Worth
prime
mentioning
though.
that in the later Macs, they were replaced with self-healing fuses that, if they blew, they would unblow. So you didn't need to replace them.
Fast blow. Nah, I can make some jokes, but I won't.
That's what. No, hang on.
So how many do I get? Is the picture accurate or no?
$10 pieces.
Yeah, here we go. 10. 10 for 6 that I can have this weekend, or 20 for 5 that'll probably take a month to get here. Oh, in stock soon. They don't even have it. Bastards. Let me look at my phone so I can flick on Prime. Thanks, AdMac. I just don't want to lose the opportunity.
Yeah, use my affiliate link, please.
Oh, Steve just texted me a link. $9 for 20 on eBay, but eBay, it takes so long, Steve. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm going to use Amazon. What did I
mean, you're
search?
looking at the right thing, so that's all that matters.
Pico Fuse. 1A Pico Fuse. Prime. Oh, there we go. Hold on. 50. 50 for 6. That's a bit much, isn't it?
It's all right. It's all right, are you again? Yeah, good, thanks.
125 volt, 1A. Well, it is the cheapest deal. Might as well get it.
Well, this is ready for testing. I don't think it's going to work only because it's got so much crud on it. I think this needs a good go in the ultrasonic cleaner before it's actually going to work, but we'll try anyway.
It's your show.
Yeah, when I first started, it's not, but when I first started this up, I got horizontal lines, and now it's got new caps on it, all new caps on it. I just realized that when I tested this, I tested it without a ROM sim in it. So that's probably why I was getting horizontal lines. So it may well have been working perfectly.
Well, it needed to be recapped anyway, right?
Bruce has had a dumbass moment. Again, I should say.
Well,
again.
that never happens.
Yeah, never. So I tested it with RAM in it, but I didn't put the ROM sim in it. So of course you would get horizontal lines because it doesn't like not having a ROM in there. But you have to remember that I am old, so I do make mistakes. But let's see if it works. And if it works, we can rejoice and we can finish the stream with a big smile on our face and love in our hearts. That's the wrong Mac.
Just letting Steve know that I got the cable, so he doesn't have to send that. All right.
Am I blue?
15 of us are dying to know if this is going to work.
Just dying to know. There we go. I want to see if I can connect the power of the sound up to this as well so that we can hear if it goes ding. Because we do like it when they go ding. I'm not going to connect the hard drive because why?
Hold on a second. Since you are here, I can use this.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Got to take full advantage of your presence.
Exactly. Right. Going to connect up some power.
Do it. Do it.
And
I do
switch
feel
them on.
that your time in the shed was way more productive than my time here.
Yes, well, I needed to get this done today anyway, so. All right, okay. 3, 2, 1. I got a charge.
I heard it.
Now, what I also got was a not happy with the RAM sound. So we will. And of course, I also got horizontal lines. So I'm starting to think those horizontal lines weren't me just forgetting to connect the ROMs in. Okay, so I'm going to try some different RAM because I have some.
On stream or off stream?
Now.
Okay, cool. Steve is still here. That creep.
Yeah. This
Get
RAM
some
here
sleep,
could walk
Steve.
far.
You got places to be, people to meet.
Holy crolly. This is 60 nanosecond RAM. That's probably why it's not working. It's too fierce.
It doesn't down clock or something?
No, but I believe this is what I've discovered. If you put some slower stuff in the other slots, it brings them all down.
Get this. Get this. This is unbelievable. Dave shows up to my stream and you get a high. How about... he quickly corrected his mistake. Can you believe it? You got a high first. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
But you know what? I've got 20,000 subs, so...
That's true. You are way more important than I am.
I'm famous.
Now, if you start playing Minecraft, oh my God, you'll be at 50 by the end of the week. Hi, Dave.
All right, let's see what happens this time with different RAM. And if this still makes a funny noise, I'll just do a slightly different configuration with the RAM. Chime. Yeah, does not like the... Just going to... tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to stick the Rominator in it. Because the Rominator, I think, is a lot more resilient when it comes to RAM.
That is considered cheating, though, isn't it?
Well, sort of. In a kind of sort of way.
You're all about the cheats, I can tell.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
I hear nothing.
I hear nothing as well.
We can't both fail tonight, Bruce. Come on.
Oh, trust me, we can. Okay. No, it's not happy. So one last thing I'm going to try. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm going to do it. So I'll take all this friggin' RAM out.
Is the video ROM seated correctly, Bruce? Steve asks.
Looks like it.
We're going to have to end the stream soon just to get Steve to go to bed. Because, you know, he can't walk away from this.
So one thing I can tell you, Steve, is that the row of U8 chips, you know, so whatever they UA, UA8, UB8, UC8, all them, that whole row is just a collection of crud. So this is really, really, really going to need an sonic clean, and that's what it's going to get. Trying to get RAM sims out when you've got rubber gloves on is bloody hard.
How do you know I'm not in bed? Because you can't snuggle Mike and type at the same time. That would be impossible.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out these fast RAM sims and put in just only my slow ones, because for all I know, this RAM could be shot.
Could
or
be.
unsuitable for this Mac.
Don't you keep a little bin with known good RAM for testing?
Well, I've got some here.
Okay.
And that's what I'm swapping over for. Concern it.
Oh, they're both giving me the finger, so they're not snuggling. Either that or they're back to back. Who knows? Gotta be up at 7. My God, that's some dedication to the beige. Let me tell you.
Yeah, look, I would potentially look. To my knowledge, there aren't the same sorts of things here in terms of those sorts of events. We do have some vintage computer events, but not as something as big as like VCF, East, or
Why don't
Midwest.
you start one?
Stuff that. That is not my idea of a good time.
You just want
organizing
to
events
organize.
Organizing events like that sucks. I've been involved in the organization of some car shows, and it's a nightmare.
You know, I was on your channel yesterday, day before, because I was going to look for a video on BlueSCSI. I, of course, didn't find any, but I did see your playlists, A, need to be updated, and B, you got some car videos there that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
Pretty recent, too, 2019. I had no idea.
Yep. Okay, so this is the last try. No, it's not, because I haven't put the ROM sim in. This will be the last try before ending the stream. Well, it's up to you. Me ending my involvement in the stream at least. So, 3, 2, 1. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. So I think I'm basically going to be ruling out the RAM. I think the RAM is probably fine, and the problem is related to something else. But as I said, this thing is really, really cruddy, and I think it needs to spend some quality time in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then we can make our own decisions about things later on.
So the takeaway from this 3-hour stream is that when Jay solders, it works. When Bruce solders, it doesn't. So all the subs, come on over.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Come here.
Come and see Jay make BlueSCSI's work.
Oh yeah, with the external USB cable and a piece of metal for a fuse.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I forgot about the piece of metal for a fuse. That's you watch. People are going to watch this, and they're going to leave comments.
Nobody's
going to say,
watch this.
"I cannot believe how dangerous that is. You should not have done that. That is crazy."
I don't have enough subscribers for the haters yet, though. That usually seems to come about 1,200, 2,500, or 1,200, 1,300. That's when the spam and the haters usually show up.
Yeah,
from what I've seen from you guys. So
I don't get too much in the way of like haters, but I do get a lot of people telling me I'm doing things wrong. So, they watch a video and they put in the comment and they go, you are doing this so wrong. That's you should not have done that. You should do it this way. And my general reaction is to that is, well, I'll wait to see you demonstrate that on your video.
I don't think I'm at risk for those kind of comments because I never do anything the wrong way, really.
I do things my way. I don't necessarily think with a lot of this soldering stuff, there is a right and wrong way. There is the way that works for you. That's what I believe.
I believe that too.
And
so with that, I am going to bid everybody that stuck with us through this 3-hour fail stream with horizontal stripes and all kinds of drama. Thank you all for hanging out. Bruce, thanks for keeping me company.
Most welcome.
Steve and Mike, have a good day tomorrow. And everybody else, I will see you on the next one. I have to order some caps, or some caps. I have to order a truckload of caps to get all the other boards done. So there will be more streaming of Beige, unfortunately. When, I don't know. But until then, Steve, Bruce, and Mike will keep you covered. So have a good night, everybody, and see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.